I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here, so. For your soccer news, then come over here, so. If you don't love sports, still come over here, so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here, so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember, like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
Yo, oh people, I don't know. Good morning, good morning. Hey, I don't know what is going on, man. I don't know what is going on. Good morning, people. You see all what going on? You see all green screen. Let's see what's going on. Having some challenges here because this is going to be a good show. It is the only reason why there is so many disruptions and interruptions. You understand me? But the show must go on. I am Manningsman and this is I Am Sure Sports. Welcome to the show, people. But don't worry yourself. I don't know what's going on. Everything will be fixed in short order. Yo, Zimmy! So just don't go away. Please stick and stay. And I will be with you in a moment or few. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. You understand me? The thing just, I don't know, man. Everything, people, everything setting up, everything checking up. And the thing now, it now operate the way it's supposed to operate. But we have a next plan, We have a plan, people. We always have a plan. A big show will come up. A big show will come up. But we have a plan. Can't keep a good man there. See, you know. All right, people. Tell me, everything good now? Tell me if everything good. Can you see me? Cause I don't know. Can you see me, people? Everything good now? Cause we had some problems. So, all right. If everything is good, just hit the like button and let me know, please. If everything is good. All right, cool. We not want to touch anything else because we don't want no problems. All right, so again, welcome. I am Manlisman and this is I Am Sure Sports. It's the beginning of a new week and I hope you have been having a fantastic start to your week. All right, I need your engagement today. Good to see Jason, Triple E, Sherman, Sure Improvement, Fresh God as usual. Wayne Evans, Brownman Security, 33, good sound. Brown man, you need to change that security thing because the security business right now. See someone when recently upon a video, I had the man threw him firearm or take himself, yeah, so you understand me? I don't know if you want to. You understand me? Roll with that security business right now. Dangerous business out there. Sir Simmons, you know that I think you're going to probably have to call in and give your thoughts on this show, because um this is going to be one of those shows that we need to come up with some solution. Hey, Jason Guna, boy, me I tell you, you're praying for Arsenal, sir. Pristine, although some of the people them say you can't do them thing. Them big up Southie. Got to interfere in the football. Ball a car, check. All the way down in Trelawney. Fresh God, you know how it go. You went to match yesterday, Fresh God, Mount Pleasant versus the Lions. You understand me? It ended in a tie. But people, if you're on, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you have not yet subscribed and share. All right, those are you. Sir Simmons, you missed Super Friday. So you need to send in your super sticker and your super chat. Today, Sir Simmons. You understand me? Send in a super sticker, super chat. Those who missed it on Friday. Brain drain went to Penn Relays. You don't reach back home yet. Brain drain is Philadelphia is not very far from where you are. It's drive. Your drive is a couple of hours. Where are you, Brain drain? RDN TV up and running. Again, we look to the hills from whence cometh our help. Our help comes from the Most High God who made the heavens and the earth. He will not suffer our foot to be moved. And he that keeps us, he never slumbers and he never sleeps. And so we say, blessed be to the Most High. You understand me? We're not perfect, but we are being perfected by him. You understand me? We judge no man, lest we will be judged with a more severe judgment than we judge them. But we say to all man, you understand me? All things are vanity. The whole purpose of the creation of man is to love and serve their creator, God. And that is it. You understand me? At the end of the day, that matters. Your relationship with the creator of the heaven and the earth. If you call him Allah, that's up to you. But there is a God. Whether you believe that. All of this didn't happen by some Big Bang theory. It happened because somebody with infinite wisdom carefully crafted everything. You understand me? Check out the human body is constructed. Check out the skies. Stay above. Never fall down to the earth. Or the oceans stay within a confined space. How the wind comes and goes. How rainfall operates. It takes infinite supernatural wisdom to do such things. Bigger than science, bigger than me, bigger than you. We don't fear the people who kill the body but can't touch the soul. We fear the one who can destroy both body and soul. All right. So blessed. All right. So again, let's get into the footballing topics. All right. So let's begin right here. I'm going to get to a comment that is out there, and a lot of people have many feedbacks on it from Jackie Walters. I'm going to give you some important update information and go through some things about the games for Jamaica in the Gold Cup. We're going to talk about the EPL. I'm going to give you some update on the Tier 2 competition and the games that are going to take place in midweek. There were some mishaps in the JPL with a team and a couple of teams, and you know how that has affected the point standing. That's Cavaliers and Waterhouse. But the first and foremost thing is fixing Jamaica age group competitions. And I'm going to raise an issue that I want us to look at. All right. I also want to tell you that I have Samba and the Ali Cup gang from Excelsior on later this evening, and they're going to be talking about the Ali Cup. We also have three of the footballers after that whole talk about the Ali Cup happening at Excelsior in the summer for I think 17 high schools preseason preparation. We're going to have an interview with three of the players who went to the Kingston Football Academy trip to Holland. All right, one of them is presently part of the Jamaica U15 setup. All right, so we're going to give you an interview with them later this evening. We're going to do those two things. But one of the first things I want to speak about is something that I think needs to be addressed and adjusted as a matter of urgency in Jamaica. Now, a lot of you would realize that many global footballing competitions have changed to birth year in terms of qualification. Sir Simmons, if you're on, you can tell me any other coach on our persons who run academy, you can call and tell me this. Are people involved in national association? Ricky Rampasad, big up yourself as well. All right. So the previously they used to give you an age and tell you that if you turn say 15 or 16 by this time in a year, you would not be qualified to play. Right? You remember that? They would say you have to be 60, you have to be under 16 to play under 16. And if you turn 16 like before September, you couldn't play under 16. You understand me? You'd have to be born after September to play under 16. That is how many global domestic football competition would operate and work. Making sense, people? But some of that has changed, all right? Times where they have gone to using your birth year, all right? What does that mean when they use your birth year? It's a very interesting concept. So let me explain how the birth year part of things work, all right? As it relates to your birth year, what they are saying is this: if you are born in a particular year, regardless of when your birth date is in that year, you are qualified to play. You can play. Once they give the year, and you once you are born in that year, it doesn't matter if you turn 16 or 17 in that year, you can play in the age group competition. You following me so far, people? You following me so far? Want to make sure you understand, right? So, how does it work? So in Jamaica, though, for the most part, our age group competitions are still operating under the old system. They haven't moved on to the new system, except I think the new JFF under 15 is changing into the new system, where they are saying it's an under 15 competition. So if you turn 15 in January, you can play in it. If you turn 15 in December, you can play in it. Right now, there are many other competitions in Jamaica that if you turn 15 before August, you can't play in an under 15 tournament because they say that you're over age. So, I'm going to give you a good example of this. So, my son is 9. So, he turns, I have a 9-year-old son, more than one sons, right? But I have a 9-year-old, so he turns 10 in November. So he can play under 9 because he's born after September. Right? Because they didn't do it by birth year. All right? So, if there are other, so they had a team, and this is big up to, I think, Keller Williams. They put on a under 9 competition, and they have an under 13. I'm going to explain to you the difficulty when you do it by like this whole birth thing instead of by birth year. So he can play, but they had some other players who were born in August. So they turned 10 in August, so they can't play because they turned 10 before September. But they are 9 now, and the competition is going on. You realize, if they had done it by birth year, meaning if they had said you have to be born in the year 2013 and beyond, meaning if you're born 2014, you can play 2015, but it begins with 2013. That is the cutoff. Those kids who turn 10 in July could play, right? If you're 10 in December, you can play. If you're 10 in January, you can play. If you're 10 in February, you can play, because you were born in the year that they stipulated. So what that means is that for my son under 19, he has 4 of the better players on his team who could not play in under 9 because, again, they turned 10 before September, but they are born in 2013. Now, because they are 9, they are still too young to play in the next age group competition, which is for under 13s. You see the problem now? So that kid who is 9 don't get to really play at age 9, age 10, and possibly age 11. They have to be exceptional at 11 to get in, or 10 to get in, because the players who are 12 and 13 and 11 are probably further ahead of them in terms of physical build and development. So my point is, because you don't have under 9, under 10, under 11, under 12, and under 13, like many academies do and many countries do in terms of football, the best thing to do is to change the rules and make it according to year. Saying, as long as you're born in the year 2013, you can play under 9. As long as you're born in the year 2012, you can play under 10. As long as you're born in the year 2011, you can play under 11. That is how you have to do it. Or else, the kid who is too old for under 9, though he's 9, will be too young for under 13. So he can't play any age group football competition because we don't have age group competition for every age. Talk to me, people. Talk to me. What do you think about my proposal? Man like Jason and Drew Fortis and Triple E, sure improvement, fresh God. Give me, what do you think? What do you think about my take on this? Sir Simmons, I'd love for you to call me and tell me how it works in your jurisdiction because you do a lot of stuff for youth football. So call us and explain if what I am saying is practical and how you do it. Maybe I should give you a call. Maybe I should give you a call. So and you explain it to me. So that's what I believe, people. I think it is hard because and you know we do it even in the yeah, there you go. See, a lot of people, so I don't know why we have it. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the States, that's what they do. So what I don't understand is because we do it in high school as well, you know. We do it in high school. Let me tell you what we do in high school. So your class in high school, you know, you change your class in terms of class one. All right, we have Sir Simmons. Sir Simmons, people tell me if you're hearing him, you know. Sir Simmons, good morning. Welcome to the show, sir. I am giving thanks, you know. How are you doing? How you doing? Yeah, man. I am hearing you. Yeah, man. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so that is what happened. So I never realized yesterday that is how they do it. Oh, they're hold on. They're saying they're not hearing you. Some person said can hear, not hear. All right. It kind of sound a little. I don't know. Let me hang up and call you back. Hold on. I'm not sure. Some person saying that they can hear, some person saying they can't hear. So let me see if I can get it right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man, I am hearing you. So let me see if the people are hearing. People are go ahead and talk.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, I never realized that Jamaica not on that part, man.
Yeah. Like, all right. So what I want you to help me with is, is there any benefit to doing it the way Jamaica does it? I don't know. Because first, maybe I need to ask that. Like, if there's a benefit to doing it, the way they do it, instead of the way that I am proposing, which is the way that is used, like Jason just said, and I think Preston just said, Triple E just said, they use it. That's the way in the States, and that's the way I'm familiar with. But is there any benefit to doing it the way Jamaica does it?
Well, I'm not sure because now you mentioned that you say if you're U9, the next competition is U13. Then what happened to that kid development in the meantime? Where do they play? In Jamaica right now.
Yeah.
You hear me or no?
No, man, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you. I don't think there is any. Yeah, there's no pathway really for development.
Yeah. So, but if you're so the current, because US changed that over. I want to say 6 years or 7 years ago. It goes to birth year. So they're every there's a U9, a U10, a U11, a U12, U13, all the way up to U19.
And what they do, they just
But
tell you what year. They say like 2013,
yeah,
2004.
yeah,
Okay.
you're
Okay.
yeah playing the 2011 age group, 2012, 2013. Yeah.
All right. So what if somebody said, but they said to you like your son is going to turn 12 though in January, and he's going to play against a kid who turns 12 in December. Wouldn't your son have an unfair advantage because there's almost a year gap?
Or you can look at it, as he has an advantage because he gets to play with all the players. No man, it's not. So how them it depends. If you're good enough to play in that age group, you're good enough. You remember you have different levels. They have 2 different and 3 different teams in America and the club teams. So you have an elite team, then you have a second team,
And then recreational.
And a recreational. So if you're born January 1st and you're on the elite team, and you're good enough to play on that elite team with a kid that's 10 months older than you, then it's fine. It's good for your development that you're playing with older kids.
All right, yeah, because Sure Improvement is asking this question. Is a child born in, say, January 2013 more developed than a child born in let's use it, November 2013?
Yeah, that happened with my 2 kids. Cameron and Nicholas is the same thing. They're December born. So they're the youngest on their teams. So their whole career, they've been playing with older kids, basically. So it's benefit to them. Plus, isn't the same way with FIFA? I mean, when you're playing U20s, it have to be a birth year, correct?
Right. Has that? I want to know. I don't know who knows this. Is that how it has always been with FIFA? Is birth year, or they have also changed their whole thing, or it's how it has always been? Is that how it has always been, Sir Simmons, in terms of FIFA? Or it's something that they have changed, just like how the US has changed it? It's always been birth year.
To my understanding, yes. And then that's why everybody changed it.
You know why I ask? Because as far as somebody saying that FIFA would have changed it, they're not sure, but they think FIFA changed it. Because I ask that because as far as I can remember, in Jamaica, kids who are born before September normally can't play like under 16 and under 14.
Yeah, that's how it was. That's how it was in the States before they changed it, about 6 years ago. It's the same thing. So maybe FIFA changed it and everybody has followed.
Well, look like Jamaica's not followed because what do you do with the kid who is 9, too old for the under 9? But certainly he's too small and I mean not fully developed yet to play in under 13s, and there's no age group competition in between.
Yeah, well, that's a big problem. That's a big problem for the youth development. Where do they play? So those kids they're not able to play?
I'm telling you, wow. Yesterday they were not able to play. That is why I want to talk about it, because I want the persons running the competition to make it birth year.
Yeah, it has to be. Everybody doing birth year now. Jamaica behind, man. Everybody doing birth year now. Everybody. And that's because FIFA changed it. That's why everybody have to be birth year. Because it's important. You can't have a U9 not eligible to play on his man. Then the kid just sit down and can't play watching teammates them play. What kind of thing is that?
Yeah.
It's a big problem. It's a big problem.
And listen, I don't want to knock the organizers, right? Because they have tried to put in this competition to big them up again. But just how, for example, like the under 7, right? They play 7-a-side with a goalkeeper, medium-sized goal, and 6 on the field. So that's a 7 aside, which is kind of fine. Ideally, under 9 though should be playing like 9 aside, and I think because 7 aside is really for the younger age group, because under 13 in the States play full-size game.
Yeah, 11v11. On the 12 and on the play 9v9.
9v9. There you go. So, yeah. And what do under 9 play in your setup?
9v9 too, I think.
9v9. All right. So, do you play offside?
No, not in the 9, not on the 9. You above that, yes.
Oh, so under 9 don't play offside. Hey, Jamaica need Jamaica need to get up to the time, listen, we're way behind when it comes to youth development and these things.
Because the younger age is free flowing. You just one little referee, a kid, you have a parent or a kid repping. You use the player, an older player to come ref, and it's more free. Let the kids then play. No outside rules now. It's more playing at that age.
Right. You see, even this old refereeing thing. So I spoke to, not going to call her name, but she's one of the head of the whole referee stuff. And I said to her, listen, you know what would be good? If you start going to the schools, because you can't have an under 9 and have one of your official ref Major League and Super League coming to do it. Why don't you go into the schools, let the guys do basic referee training, give them a little, and they go and do it. But no, because some of the referees don't get a lot of assignments to make, these little things become assignment for them to supplement their refereeing income.
Okay.
So maybe the referee don't want to give it to high school kids to learn the game and sing.
Yeah, I think that's a way the referee, whoever is the referee organization, they need to start breeding the younger kids, and that's how you do it.
Yeah. So
you get a 14-year-old to go ref a 12-year-old, 14-year-old to go ref a U9 game.
Yeah.
And that's how you build referees.
Yeah, and exactly, and get them interested in the game from early. But you know what the other things as well is that oh Jesus, what is it? Is that in substitution, right? So I was saying to them that a player should be able to come off and go back on at under 9, because it is hot, man.
But you can't do that either.
That's what they're telling me that I said no. You're supposed to. The kid's supposed to come off the field and go back onto the field. Yeah, because it's under 9. Come on.
But listen to this. Listen, in the states, in the states, you can up to you 19, up to you 18. You can sub in and sub out.
Yeah. If you get subbed out, you're basically saying you can't go back on. And I'm saying, no, this is youth football. And it is for,
for development.
You see, what is happening though, is that, though it is for development, all of these things have awards for the winner and the champion. So now, you'll have the same, so you have, and I'll tell you, you will have 20 kids suit up for your under 9 team. It's a 7-a-side game and you have 20 of them, and only 9 of them play because no one wants to lose.
No. So well, that's the culture. I just say it's a winning culture, winning mentality. It's not about development. If it's about development, winning. Everybody wants to win, but that's not the main driving force. You don't make decisions when they're winning. You make decisions on playing. So every kid play. Everybody gets a game. You're subbing on somehow.
Yeah. Listen, you need to come out here, man. We need to run a competition and do it that way.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Of course.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
everybody play, man. Every youth play. Everybody play. Subbing and out whenever. You just manage the playing time. It's about development. You can't be not playing. Everybody has to play. You develop by playing. You can't develop by just watching and training. You have to play games.
Yeah.
So everybody has to play.
So those are the 3 things I think the organizers need to look at. Make it burst here, and it's not too late. to change it. Make it about birth year, because it doesn't make sense because a child turned 10 in September, August 31st. He cannot play in a competition when the child who is born the 1st of September can play. So both of them,
I think
both of them turn 10, like in 24 hours, and one can play and one can't play.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But I think it's just introducing that to them. You have to just break it down. They don't understand much. It's that you not at the young ages, especially not at the young ages. It has to be birth. It should be birth year throughout. The Money Cup is birth year. It's not birth.
No,
is birth year.
I'm telling you the same thing with. So you can have a 16-year-old who turned 16 on the 31st of August, right? Yeah. And the next 16-year-old turns 16 on the 1st of September. And the one who turned 16 on the 1st of September can play in your under 16 team, but the one who turned 16 on the 31st of August cannot play. That's how it is done in Jamaica. And even in track and field, it's the same thing. So you have to change your class. So one goes into class 1, one stays in class 2.
Yeah. No, I remember when I was there playing. That's how it was in America up to 6 years ago. They've just changed it recently. It's the same thing. But my question is, though, man, my concern is to the whole thing to this. Is if I'm not U9 and I born after September, my next competition that I'm able to play in is U13.
Well, there is no, so like at this, there's no other competition.
So why? Then that kid have to sit down and wait a year or two before he can play again. If he's small and, you know what I mean? That's not good.
Yeah.
What the problem? Why they can't have competition for every age group? Is that difficult to do?
I don't think they have. You see, here's what now. Here's the problem why they can't have competition. They're going to tell you resources. But not only that, it is because it is a lot of the competition are school-based. They're going to tell you that they can't run. Because remember, your U9 is not school. Your U10 is not school. It's really an academy. So you recruit kids, or kids join your academy in those age group. With even a prep school in Jamaica, I don't think they're going to be able to find under 9, under 10, under 11, under 12. Maybe in some of the primary schools you could.
Right. You know what's funny too? Not funny, but in the rest of the world, right? High school soccer, high school football is recreational.
Yeah, it's a rec program.
Football, yeah, it's rec. The best players don't play them high school. They play more in academies. I think Jamaica have high school is their main competition. They don't have. So I guess that's So that changes a lot again.
Yeah, it's a lot of things that needs to be fixed. I'm going to try. I would like to get one of those youth. I'm going to get one of those youth referees, because I'm going to show you this. When Jamaica played, when they had the local youth trials for the U15s, it's actually a youth referee that ref the game, and they had 2 linesmen. They were youth in the academy place facility that they used, but they normally do U10 and U11 and U10 games. Because they do official referee training, they have their official referee kits, and they charge, I think, like $50 per game.
Yeah. It seems like a lot of reconstruction needs to happen now.
But there's a next issue, and this is on the high school side that I'm going to supposed to be having Mr. I think his name is Linvern Wright from ISA on the program on Sunday. And I've said to them, all right, recently, just from the pandemic up to this point, because of the amount of crime across Jamaica, many families have migrated to different parts of the country. So there are persons who lived in certain communities in Kingston who may have moved to Western Jamaica, persons from places in Montego Bay would have moved over into Eastern Jamaica, as an example, all right? Or in Central Jamaica. Say, so if I have a son that is living in, say, Westmoreland, I move to Kingston. So he's in first room, St. Manning's. I move to Kingston and he starts going to St. George's. All right, in second form, because he started first round. For whatever reason, I had to move. Legit reasons, I have to move. That son starts going to St. George's. Immediately, he's counted as a transfer student. So he goes first form. He's counted as one out of the three that you're allowed. Second form, I mean, at St. George's, is counted as one of the three. Third form is counted. Yeah. Fourth form is counted. Fifth form is counted. Lower six is counted. Upper six is counted as one. 6 years, he stays at the school. And every year, they say that he's one of the three that is allowed. All right?
No.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that there should be provision in it that you can say as, listen, you have relocated. This is 4 years. After 4 years, you get a special waiver if you stay in the same. If you move to an next school after St. George's for sixth form, that's different. But if you stay in the same school after 4 seasons, you should be taken off the transfer.
I think even 4 seasons long.
You know what? I was going to say 3, but I said, okay, let's do it for when to get. I'm saying that. If you come in at second form and you go up to fifth form, when you're going to sixth form, you should not be counted. Especially in a situation where that child, mother or father, is probably a medical doctor or a manager of a company that have to relocate, or a person who works in the Jamaica Constabulary Force who needs to relocate. You understand what I mean? Or if you have to relocate because of crime in your community, I think it is unfair that a family moves out of a community because of crime and the kids start going to a new school and then they are still counted as transfer.
Yeah, there you go. Good. Yeah, no, you can't, that has to be different. If different circumstances have different rules, you can't. As you said, you can't. If somebody's trying to abuse the system and you figure that out, then yes. But you have to have a legit reason.
Yeah.
So if you have a legit reason of a family issue or you like you say, crime in the community, you shouldn't be, you shouldn't have to be punished or have to transfer every year for that. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, so
that don't make no sense.
So in
the universities, like universities, right now they used to have it where if you transfer to a university from one university to the other,
your red flag.
You have to sit out. You have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
Unless there is a legit reason, as you said, you can come up with some. But now they open it up. You can transfer from school to school every year now.
Yeah.
And you're eligible to play right away.
Yeah. What about in the high school system?
Yeah, you can transfer. You can, because if you move, like you say, if I move jobs,
true, you're in a different school district.
Yeah, you just move from school district. You can live in one school district
and play in
another school in another. Yeah, but if your residency moves, then there's no problem. Once you have a different address in that district, then you're fine. There's no transfer rules or nothing like that.
Yeah, and like I said, if you say, listen, you miss a year, because I know a kid, for example, so he got transferred from first form and went to a school in second form. He missed 1 year because he had to sit out a year. Then he has played 3 years in the new school, but they still say this season you're still one of the 3 transfers that the school is allowed. And I'm saying that there's a couple of them I know like that, and I'm saying that no, it just shouldn't be counted. There has to be a point when you just take it off the books.
Yeah, has to be. That's a discussion that needs to be had. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man, how your son doing? I see him score a big goal, man.
Yeah, man, I'm doing good, you know. Yeah, man, I'm doing well.
All right.
I'm doing well. Yeah.
And people
Yeah,
that
no,
go ahead.
look, college is half time now, so doing well, man.
All right, so people, this is Sir Simmons. You'll be hearing a lot more from him. Could be in Jamaica running a very special football competition. You never know. You understand me?
Never know.
You never know. You never know. All right, Sir Simmons, thanks for
Yeah,
your
man, big
time.
up.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you
Yeah,
coming
man,
on and
big up,
helping us
big up.
out and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, people. So that is issue number one. All right. That is issue number one. Hope we have made some sense. So if you know any of the people in charge of these competition, maybe you can tell them to listen to the first 47 minutes or so of the video to get right unseen. Send it to your event organizer. Let them listen to it, man. See if they can make some adjustments because unseen teams suffered for that. And we have the same rule in track and field as well in terms of how the classes are changed. And it doesn't apply in international, I think, competitions and stuff. So we need to look at it. All right. Now onto the second matter, a matter that I was made aware of from, from very early before the press release was done, and I chose not to speak about it. I don't know. Mr. Speed have much today because him hiding. Mr. Speed, I know you're watching. All right. I want to talk to you, Mr. Speed. How did your club end up in a situation like this? Where you use a player that wasn't supposed to play? Who keep these records? Who keep check? Who track these things? So if you don't know, oh, someone is saying, let me get some of the comments. Says, I think the transfer thing should be the same as the international transfer rule. As long as the kid is transferred to the school under age 16 years old, they should be able to play. All right. Sure Improvement says, who made these rules without consulting and consideration of all of these factors? All right. So if you don't know, here's what happened. Big up Shavan Peart, blessings in a man. DV Group always punching in some good stuff. Preston, blessings again, man. Yeah. All right. So Damian Bailey, yeah, man. Blessings. Baggio, running. All right. Vinny Congo, blessings, my brother. All right. So if you don't know, here is what happened. Cavaliers and Waterhouse played a game a couple of weeks ago. Not Sunday gone, the Sunday before. The game ended with Waterhouse winning the game by 1-0. So they got 3 points and they got 1 goal. Subsequent to that, it was understood, not by any of the clubs appealing against each other or protesting against each other, but the competition organizers or directors realized after the game that one of the players from Waterhouse, obviously this was not sent to the clubs before. I don't know if they were supposed to. Though I understand from the reading of the rule, the clubs are supposed to check these things. So after the game, when the error was spotted, right, the organizers informed both clubs that they used players that had received, I think, 5 cards and should have missed a game. And that was a game they were supposed to miss. This is Christopher Ainsworth of Cavaliers and Shaquille Bradford of Waterhouse. So both teams played each other. But in the rule that they have,
there is no provision for dealing with a situation like this. In the present rule, what it says ought to happen is that the team that uses the player who's not supposed to play, supposed to lose the game, meaning the other team is supposed to get 3 points and 3 goals. All right? Remember, Waterhouse won the game. So Waterhouse got 3 points. They got 1 goal. That's what they got out of the game. Cavaliers, out of the game that was played, got 0 points and -1 goal. When everything was done and dusted, the ruling that was made is that Waterhouse lost the 3 points that they got for winning the game. And they were deducted 3 goals. Cavaliers never got any point from the game, so they were only deducted 3 goals. Here's what I think. If both teams can lose points, both teams cannot be deducted the goals. So Waterhouse should have lost the 3 points, not gotten the goal that they scored, but don't get no minus goals. I hope that is what happened. Cavaliers, on the other hand, should be deducted 3 points, 3 goals, but don't be deducted any points. Because they didn't have any points to lose, but they should lose some goals because Waterhouse had points to lose. So my ruling on the matter is Waterhouse loses the 1 goal that they scored and the 3 points that they got. That's it. Cavaliers loses 3 goals. So they are deducted 3 goals, but they didn't gain any point, so they shouldn't lose any point. Mr. Speed, when we need to talk to you, you are nowhere to be found, you know. Hey, Mr. Speed, where are you? Where are you, Mr. Speed? Can't get through to him when you need him, you know. I have match today. I have match against small lines. I'm fret, you know. Mr. Speed, you're fretting. Because the Mullines ever beat you today, is it? If Mullines. Hold on, people. So let me show you what is going on in the league, you know. Because the league is at a very... So there are 2 games today. Very interesting games. So let me give you the point standing. In the JPL. Oh, Balakar. Balakar. What's going on?
General?
Me there, man. Tell us what's going down on your side, man, in the league down on your side. What's going on down there?
Our league start from last week.
Yeah, man. So how the competition going?
Competition are going good, man.
And how your team?
Win the first match 2-0
Yeah?
and draw the second one 2-2.
Yeah? Okay.
But in Jamaica right now,
Yeah.
a lot of youth now want keep. Everybody want to play forward, so we have a keeper problem in our side, as you know.
Okay.
But Because we talk about JPL still, so my striker come and come score yesterday.
Yeah. He scored for Mount Pleasant. They came back in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they are tied with on 46 points. So let me show you the top four right now because very interesting game today, you know.
No, you know, man, me know it's top four go, man, but
How the top
I
four?
can't because
Go ahead.
we talk about the Cavalier situation, right? Them say them lose player we not use.
Yeah.
So me just the man is man, whether them use it in a game where they gain points or then lose points, they still deduct points from them.
No, Balakar, they have to do it in the
Yeah,
game.
man.
No, the rule clearly state that it is in the game, Balakar. Them couldn't go do it outside.
That's in a JPL game them.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
No, across the world, it would be in the game that was played. Yeah.
But even if they use in our next game, man, if he said that take one next point from them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, if he said that take a point from them too, man.
I mean, I don't know if I agree with that. So you see the point standing. Arnett Gardens basically are in the because Arnett Gardens.
Yeah, Arnett.
Yeah, them already. Yeah. Arnett is going to finish
second.
Either second or first. Yeah. So the battle is for second place because if Cavaliers lose, they will have to win their last game. Because Mount Pleasant have a better what you call goal. Because Mount Pleasant have
average
30 at goals.
Hold on. Mount Pleasant have one more game, right?
Yeah, they have a game against Dumby Holden on Sunday.
That's a good game. Cavaliers don't beat more lines, man.
Yeah. I understand. The one thing I don't like about this is that they took 3 goals from Waterhouse.
And don't take none from adapt me the same man.
I don't think they should have taken. I think they should have just taken the goal that they scored from them. That is just my opinion still.
So management, if them take 3 goals from them, more than I take 3 from Cavaliers.
They took 3 from Cavaliers.
Or they take 3 goals from them.
Yeah.
I wonder if Mullins can do nothing for me in United. Go with Jason Wright and Nicholas Nelson in United, I know.
Yeah, you have got shout Brian. See if Brian can pull off something.
You know, forward for the show can talk. I mean, notice them none of them now. And I know say a JPL thing and then I took a circle and I make no talk. Probably because they did talk. You think this morning, boy, he me because everybody around.
No, I don't think it's that. But maybe the man are prepared for him game, man.
That feel good, man. That feel can come and punish you and talk, man. I turn the game them a play.
Yeah.
Ain't alright, this one them man, not like a long journey.
Like I'm saying, Balakar, the one thing I'll say is that I don't think they should have taken because in all, you know, Waterhouse ended up losing 4 goals because they were deducted 3 and they took the one that they scored. And that I don't agree with. And Cavaliers only lost 3 goals, but Cavaliers never had any points. So I don't think the -3 goals, seeing that both clubs broke the rule, the -3 goals should not have gone against Waterhouse.
Somebody, man, what the eligible player, what is a card or a registered?
No, man, card situation.
So how that reach them? That's
what I want to, yeah.
The way they call, you know, the secretary or whoever they run the club, them who in an office, supposed to know that from morning.
Yeah. That may I say to Balakar. That may I say to
that them to get fined in the office.
Well, what about the person who work at the club? Don't the person at the club supposed to be checking that as well? You don't think so? The person?
No, I person at club me at talk man.
Yeah, I think that is up to the club.
Yeah, me not talk about the something. Me talk about the club them. like the person them who working at the office, they have to pay some money because eventually you should know say yo, you know say rich there for red card or management for red card, so yellow card and they can't play
Yeah.
the game. Yeah. So you have to sit out. That
Yeah,
could never happen.
well, Waterhouse just if Waterhouse draws today, then the top six is done, because in the top six teams so far, Arnett qualify, Mount Pleasant in, Cavaliers in, Harborview are in, Humble Lion, they need a point to go through, and Waterhouse need a point to go through. If those teams get up, yeah, because Portmore out, Dumby, if Waterhouse draw today, Dumby Holden can't go through again. Well, they
so
can't.
what else to play?
Dumby Holden could go through if Humble Lion lose their last game.
So Waterhouse and Arnett to play tonight.
Yeah, Waterhouse and Arnett playing. So see the standing there. So look at it. You see, yeah.
You say the coach or send out him. Oh yeah, me I look on the table now.
You see it?
Me said the coach was yeah.
No, Dumby Holden don't pass Waterhouse.
No, Dumby Holden don't pass Waterhouse. Dumby Holden win yesterday, no man is man.
Yeah, and Waterhouse draw against Portmore.
So hold on.
And
this is the live table, right?
Yeah, that's at the live table. Yeah.
Oh. So me they send out man.
Who saying Dumby Holden pass? Hold on, Fresh God I said Dumby Holden pass Waterhouse. No, man, 38 points, Dumby Holden and Fresh God.
That's what I asked. This is the live table.
This is the live table unless there's a different live table. But this is the live table. This is the live. Yeah.
But man, when me they said do me know tonight, just because I Ghana they can't finish third and then finish tonight at 2, me feel say they must send out some rookie today to play Waterhouse.
I know Waterhouse them play. Harborview them play.
Oh, Harborview them play. Even that, they will send out rookie same way.
All right, so Fresh God, so Balakar, them say the table here no fixed properly. So that
means they don't move. That means they don't be holding over Waterhouse then.
Let me get a different table. What? Yo.
The Waterhouse there at 30.
Balakar.
God know where my talk then.
Balakar, your virgin Maxwell I try cut off the call,
No, Maxwell can't cut off no call, man. Maxwell go on one next side, man. So man.
So let me give it. I just get a live table. So let me show you the live table. Yeah, see the live. You see it now? So whoa, Waterhouse actually got passed by Dumby Holden. Whoa.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh yeah, 41, 30.
You see it? 38.
Yeah.
So that means going into the last, you see how it affect the Cavaliers game, affect Waterhouse more than Cavaliers, Why they don't play over the game? Seeing that both teams
man,
the
the game can't. No, the game can't play over. I mash up the league.
Yo, but how the team all get then the team get knocked out. They should play over the game. I think they should play over the game.
Man, that cannot happen. Even in a world football, you're going to lose the point. And the people, when I the secretary and so,
and hear the man is saying that Cavaliers don't lose any point, Cavaliers don't lose any goal.
They don't lose no points.
And they don't lose any goal? Cavaliers must be deducted goal.
They said they not take nothing from them because the game, I think then they lose the game. They still lose on 3 points too.
No, I don't think they lose 3 points, but they must get -3 goals.
Go do a research on that.
Them must get -3 goals. That may I say. Oh, Fresh gotta say them lose goal. Brian, yeah, give me, hey man, listen, people, let's stop giving wrong information, you know.
Oh, Brian there.
Hey, Brian is here. The man, they must have Cavaliers lose points, Brian. So let me let
Brian.
you. No, him not on it. Him say want to come on the show. Mr. Maxwell.
Yeah.
I have Balakar on the WhatsApp line. So if you call in to take your call, I have to cut off Balakar. All right, so I soon shout you back, Sir Maxwell.
I wonder if he knows the Balakar big fan of show. Don't do that, Mr. Maxwell. Mr. Maxwell, not do that, man. You know, can turn him for the call to manage, man.
No, man. Who, Maxwell?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Brian is coming on to explain because Fresh God is saying that Cavaliers got -3 goals. Brian is saying that no goals were deducted. So we'll get some clarity. Balakar, I soon call you back. Let me get some clarity. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez. Who is the president asked me to send the link? Who named the president? Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Who do we have on?
Yeah, man. How are you, sir? This is the president, sir.
The president, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we refer to you as the president. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, man. Okay, I just wanted to clear up something. You kept mentioning, don't you remember Waterhouse played Portmore yesterday and it drew, you know?
Yeah.
So right, yeah, so you didn't remember that there. Anyway, what I'm saying is that basically I think all of the things that they did here would be right. Because both teams use ineligible players and both teams will be penalized accordingly. I don't see any issue with that. You understand?
Were Cavaliers penalized accordingly?
They would have lost the goals. They lost anyway.
But Brian is saying,
look at it this way.
Brian is saying that Cavaliers did not lose any goals.
I can confirm, but that was what should happen. Because both teams would have to lose their goals.
Yeah, but you can't say the right thing was done if you can't confirm that they didn't. That
okay,
no goals were deducted.
I can't confirm that. But hold on, let me just give you a quick scenario. If Waterhouse never used an ineligible player, and Cavalier was found, hold on now. If Waterhouse never used an ineligible player and Cavalier was found out, Cavalier would have lost anyway, but they would have still lost by more goals. But we have had situations like that already happening.
Yeah, but nobody arguing that. How we gone here? What we are saying is that Brian said, I thought Cavaliers had lost deducted 3 goals because that is what's supposed to happen.
Okay, so well, I can confirm for you.
He's saying
it never happened?
Yeah, because, all right, he's saying that they never, he said Cavaliers did not lose any points or goals, my boss. That's what he said.
I'll confirm and get back. But quickly, the other thing I called about was the age group thing. That's what I really wanted to talk about quickly. Just to clarify something. Okay, the thing with the age group thing that you're talking about, it's only most of the other parishes that do it, but South and St. Catherine and Clarendon, from some years back, they adopted the FIFA rule where they just recognize the year of birth. So you have under 15, under 13, under 15, under 17. Some other parishes, still like St. James and so on, still have the under 12, the under 40, because they are close competitions are more that represent in St. James. You're almost in many schools. And most of the competitions out there, you don't see a lot of clubs. They still have that school-based aspect. Okay?
Okay.
The JFF has had an under 13 competition for years. I can remember because I've managed several teams. And it has always been under 13,
you work for the JFF?
No, I used to manage teams.
So how you manage teams for the JFF and don't work for the JFF? How that works?
I know.
Yeah, Munnings, good afternoon. Just give me a few minutes here.
Oh, Cassava.
Cassava teams. I've been a manager for Cassava teams in the past.
Oh, okay. Not the JFF teams.
And not and funny enough, most times it was not even under Rudolph's field. It was under previous person. Yeah, man, I've managed teams. Yeah, man, under 13, under 15.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So and you say that generally in Cassava, in St. Catherine and Clarendon, it is done by birth year.
I can't tell you the year it changed to.
What year did it change?
Let me tell you the year.
I'm asking
This was in 2001. I remember because that's the year medieval one. They normally had under 12, and then in 2001, Cassava went in line with the JFF rules and changed all of the competitions at that stage to under 13, under 15, under 17, 2001. I don't forget that.
So why don't the JFF stipulate that is the way it is across Jamaica? That's very easy.
Some parishes.
No, it shouldn't be parish focused. It should be JFF. It should be. The federation says we are beginning a new process because when the players come to our national teams, youth teams, this is how they will be judged based on birth year. So all your competition will be based on birth year. Simple. That's not hard to do. That's very basic. They could come out today and say it. Because it is, though you're telling me that this has been going on in St. Catherine and Cassava, when they're going to when they're going to high school, the child whose birth date is August 31st and he turns 16 that day cannot play in the under 16 competition, but the child who is born September 1st can play in it.
Because that's the rules for school competitions are catered to schools because they do have the school year. Because let me give you an example.
Why
quickly.
the JFF can't stipulate? Because all of those kids in the school,
no, the school rules are done by the system. They can't trouble the school rules.
Why?
Because hold on. The schools operate on the year that they when this child is admitted to the school.
Listen, I know how they operate. I'm asking why the JFF cannot change it or stipulate that it be changed. Why? Not how they do it, but why it cannot be changed.
Okay, let us go into just a simple fact.
But hold on, Leader.
ISA is a private group. You're aware of that.
Hold on 1 sec. Brian, I know you want to say something, right? And I don't want to keep you, and then you have to run. You can wait until Leader finish or you want to go, and then I can get back to Leader.
Yeah, man, I can wait. I'll wait. Because I'm looking for something.
All right, go ahead, Leader.
Yeah, man, listen. ISA is a private group.
The JFF is a private organization, according to them. According to what they say. They are private.
Okay. Look here now. The ISA is a private group. They set, it's like a private club. You and I can put on a competition and we can say only players 5 people can enter, or only players born 2000 can enter. We can set our rules for our private competition because the ISA, okay, hold on.
Hold on, let me ask you a question. Do you have a driver's license?
Yes, sir.
You have a private motor car?
Yes, sir.
Who sets the rules that govern how you operate the vehicle? You are the government.
The car is licensed by the government.
No, so here's what
licensed by the government.
No, the car is not licensed by the government.
Well,
the car is licensed by the owner.
By the owner, but the regulations are stipulated by the government.
But that is what I'm saying.
To follow their rules.
So the JFF need to stipulate and ISA follow.
Well, unless the JFF is going to come and stipulate that all competitions across Jamaica fall in line with FIFA. But hold on, man. Let me just show you a little fact. In other jurisdictions, right?
Give me. When you use that term now, you have to give me the jurisdiction that you
Cayman.
You're really going to use Cayman in this?
Yes, I'm going to use Cayman. I can say personally.
We're going to use Cayman. We're really
Yes, I'm
going
going
to use
to use
Cayman.
Cayman.
All right, go ahead. Use Cayman.
Because I know for a fact, I know for a fact.
Cayman.
They have,
Of all the football nations in the world, we're going to use Cayman.
I have played a competition there, sir, so I can use that without any problem. To be honest, all the others fall in the FIFA rules, though. But Cayman has the same rule there, where if a competition is kept, hold on, not just Cayman. Hold on, I can even go further. In USA, there's a competition called the Swans Cup in Minnesota. I went there also. And you have the competitions stipulate that if a player is born after, it's going to be like, say, 16 after the date, whenever the competition is, they are eligible to play. Hold on, I'm going to give you another one too. This one going to knock you down now. In the CONCACAF under 14, because I was putting a team together for the CONCACAF, the last CONCACAF under 14. It stipulates, right? It's an under 14, but players who are going to be, say, 14, it's under 14. They're going to be 14 after a certain date are eligible. So I'm not guessing on this. So a lot of other competition, and that one I can say then. CONCACAF under 14, they use a date with that date after August when the competition players would have been eligible. I'm not guessing on that one.
Listen,
that's another one I was involved in.
Leader, the JFF can come out and say, across Jamaica, just like how FIFA came and said, games have to be 5 substitution. The JFF said all our competition, 5 substitution. Right? ISA is now using 5 substitution. The JFF, hold on, the JFF can come out and say, all our competitions, all football competitions in Jamaica will go according to year of birth, 2013, 2014. Now, ISA can still go ahead and do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if they do that, it's up to them. But don't tell me the JFF cannot do that. The JFF can stipulate it. It's up to ISA to determine whether or not they want to follow it. That's a different thing. I'm saying that they can say all competitions across Jamaica will be based on birth year. ISA can say, well, we now follow no.
Which is what FIFA does, which is what FIFA recognizes.
That's what I'm saying. So ISA can come out and say, listen, our football competition, no changes will be made. Our football competition will be 10 minutes. Our football, because they're private. They can do anything
they're private. They're private, and they are not.
Listen, they can do anything they want to do. But whether or not they can do anything. They can say our football competition will be 15 players on the team playing at one time.
Plus they have made it known that they are not in the process of developing players. That's not their job. It's a recreational thing, so they have nothing to do with that. Plus, if you change that for football, there are other ramifications, It means you're going to have a problem with the class 1, 2, 3, like that. And even with the class 1, 2, 3, that is against the IAAF thing, so you're going to have to change a lot of things.
How we gone into track and field?
No, I'm just saying, the age thing that they have for football goes across the sports.
That's in ISA. I am talking about football. Whether understand this, the government put laws into place. A lot of people, you don't have to drive at 50 when the things are 50, You know that?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that the government should remove it because you decide that you're not going to drive at it?
Well, that's true.
The JFF can say all age group competition for football we're talking about should be governed by year of birth. It don't stop ISA from doing what they're doing. So don't tell me that the JFF interfering. Making a rule is not interfering. Listen, people none of you use. I don't like when people don't discuss things.
Well, what I can say that would make other things easy.
Didn't Kasafa say? Who is Kasafa to say none of their team should participate in tier 2?
Oh,
so how
Kasafa said so.
How Kasafa can say that and the JFF can make how Kasafa can make a rule? How Issa can make a rule and the JFF can make no rule? That makes sense to you? They can make it.
But they don't have the lack of will to go up against some of those parishes.
They don't have to. It's not a matter of going up against the parishes. FIFA don't go up against UEFA. FIFA make rules. UEFA do whatever they want to do. But FIFA have them rules.
So there's nothing wrong with Kasafa kicking out a club for wanting to participate in a competition that they would have qualified.
If nothing is wrong with Issa as a private entity doing what they want to do, nothing is wrong with Kasafa doing what they want to do. Why would you say Kasafa? Why would you say Kasafa is wrong for doing what they want to do, but Issa is right for doing what they want to do? Explain that to me.
Man, listen now. Listen, just get me straight now. I'm not saying Issa is right now because I prefer what Kasafa has done and St. Catherine and Clarendon. And that helps also with the identification of talent, right? Because sometimes you have this problem when players might be a year out or some people saying, oh, how come he didn't make it because they're eligible in the school league while they are not eligible in it. You understand? So it does give a little confusion for those people who are not following. But the fact of the matter is, I am having a private party in my place. I set the rules. If I don't want anybody to come in there, dress a certain way or whatever, you cannot tell me, the government cannot tell me who to admit. I can have something in my yard, right? You and I can put on a session in our yard and we say, look here, only people over 50 can come in. And we check your driver's license and we say, no, you're not coming in. They cannot go until say that you understand? We have discriminated against you because we set our rules.
G's and P's, sir, but FIFA is not a interfering committee. The JFF is not an interfering committee. They're a governing body, and governing bodies don't have to interfere. They create rules and policies. That's how we start out.
Which you don't have to follow.
Then listen, you just use an example. The government says the sound systems must turn off by 2 o'clock. You keep your party and you decide, say, well, you're going to play your sound system until 5 in the morning.
But there are ramifications if you do that.
There are ramifications. So here's the thing.
I'm going to say no discrimination.
So what I am going to say to you now is that there are ramifications when you operate outside of the governing body's rule. Whether or not they will impose the necessary consequences is it. So, for example, if FIFA has a rule that says something, UEFA goes against it, and there is any conflict, then FIFA knows where they stand because they can say, listen, well, UEFA, you were not following our rules. So therefore, the player, the club is in the right. That's what the rule sometimes is there to protect the people who face injustice.
Mm-hmm.
And people who are treated unfairly. Many times, you don't see the person who imposed the rule. So here's what. Your son can play up until 10 o'clock the next day, you know. But here's what. When that neighbor calls and that neighbor complains, then you can face consequences. Isn't that how it works?
That's how it works.
So if JFF set the rules, and there is a way that somebody thinks that there is injustice, it can be taken to the court of law. That if FIFA have a stipulation at age group, you cannot deny my son to play. You can move him out of your school. And if, in other words, if JFF says by birth here, and you tell me say my son can play under 16 because he's born August 31, and the next school use him and play, it can be taken to court and I win.
Mm-hmm. Well, all I can say is back in 2001, it was adopted by some parishes, and a number of parishes have yet to even try to adapt that because they don't have the structures in the parishes are antiquated, and they just keep using the regular thing. This when they have the under 13 competition. Is this schools? There's no club system there. Just like how they're looking at with the new system now with the tier 2, etc. They try to tell that these clubs are supposed to have youth programs and so on, so that they have players progressing through the various stages. But they're not having it because people. I don't want to call any club name. As I said,
Yeah, Mannings.
a lot of the clubs don't.
Well, on leader. Sorry, because Brian has been trying to find some information. I think he finally found it.
So Mannings.
Yeah, man.
Before the Waterhouse game,
Yes.
Cavaliers had 41 goals. No, sorry, before the Portmore game, they had 41 goals. And they defeated Portmore by 2-0 in that game.
So they went to 43 goals.
Yeah. If you look at the point standings now, they still have 43 goals. Well,
So,
them have. Hold on, let me say. Before them play Portmore, they had 39.
yeah.
Yeah, 39. And they win 2-0.
And
That
we
will
went
bring
to
them to
41.
41.
Yeah.
And if you look at the point standing now, they still have 41. So where would the three? Where? And also remember
When did they play Portmore? But they played
before Waterhouse.
Wasn't Waterhouse their last game?
Yeah, man. But I'm saying they played before when they played when they were playing before they played Portmore. They had 39 goals, 4, and them win 2-0. Sorry. So them go to 41. Then them play Waterhouse, and them lose. So you would expect them to still have 41 goals for, and now they would have.
When they played Waterhouse, they should have gone down to 40 goals.
Yes.
Right?
No man. Man.
Yeah.
They would have gone down. No, not go down.
Yeah,
No,
they would
not
have
go
gone down
down,
to 40.
Mannings. No, when
Yeah.
they say go down.
Plus 39 now.
No, hold on, leader. Go ahead,
30.
Brian. Sorry, hold on. Go ahead, Brian.
Let me finish. I'm saying before they played Portmore, they would have scored 39 goals.
Yeah.
And when they played Portmore, they scored 2 goals. So they would have gone to 41, correct? And them would have conceded.
No, it was 2-1. It was 2-0 or 2-1.
How the game they finish, leader?
You sure it wasn't 2-1?
I think a 2-0. 2-0 finish, man.
It was a 2-1, If it was 2-1, it would have been just 1 goal,
A 2-0 finish, leader. Collins score. And somebody else must be busier, one of them.
No,
Portmore, yeah, 2-0.
Somebody scored for Portmore, man.
No. Collins score and Ainsworth score. 2-0 game finish.
Yeah, right. No, you're right. I really don't know. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, that's
so, I'll be say they will lose a goal. Because if they would have lost the goal, who they would have lose the goal to? Who they going to lose it to? Because it can't be awarded to Waterhouse, And also, it would...
they just take it.
No, but it would have been unfair. You know why it would be unfair? You are going to punish them for a game that they played with legitimate players and earn their goal and points. So you can't go take it from them. That would be fair. Because the games them where them gain or lose them goals in, them play with legitimate players. So if you take with the goal from them, we play that next game.
Hold on, let me show you something here now. If I play you and I use an eligible player and I lose 1 right? Okay, it's not going to change their amount, but they have to take 2 more goals and make it 3
what I'll say, Brian, is
they have the right.
No,
that's
Brian,
the right thing to do.
Brian, what you're doing though is incorrect, Let me tell you why you're incorrect. Because you're checking how many goals they scored. What you need to check is what is their goal average. In other words, when you subtract, when you do this.
All right, let me check that. All right, give me a minute, let me check it.
Yeah, so you have to find out. All right, were 3 goals
the goal different?
What is your goal difference now? Because that is where it matters. But let me say this, and let me give you a little bit more detail. And I think Waterhouse has grounds for appeal. 1, how are you going to sanction me for something that is not in your rules and regulation? Can you actually? There's nothing in your rule and regulation, that warrants me being sanctioned for it. The rule and regulation only applies when one team is in breach, not when two. There's nothing in the rule that speaks to that. So have you created a new rule for them?
Let's say something.
Yeah, but money is the same would apply for Cavalier too. Oh, you already got the sanction.
So right. So I agree that here's what. The same apply to Cavaliers. So make it null and void, which would mean that the goals would not be deducted from Waterhouse, but they will lose the points.
That would make sense,
But you can't.
That makes sense.
I don't think you can remove the 3 goals and remove the 3 points.
No, that is
not only that. When the ruling was sent out, when the ruling was sent out, it was on a non-work day. Right? More you hear that, And the team didn't get enough time to appeal the decision. And you have to give the teams, but I think you have how long before you can do the appeal? 48 hours, right?
How many is 48 hours are those?
Right. You gave them less than 48 hours to appeal. Not only that, Shaquille Bradford was also advised to miss the game that they played. So therefore, the player ended up missing the game yesterday, but you sanctioned him because he had to miss the game that they played yesterday, Because they are saying that he never missed a game.
Oh, yes,
but then you sanction them for him playing in the game. The only way that
don't make sense.
Which don't make any sense.
You already sanctioned them. You can't make him miss another game.
Unless you make the game null and void. If you didn't make the game null and void, you should have allowed him to play in the game yesterday. But you can't make him miss the game yesterday, but you sanction him for playing in the game. That you're saying that the reason why you sanction him is because he should not have played. And therefore, so you're basically saying, you didn't miss a game.
The sanctions by doing that, it should be that your team going to lose a point. That's the sanction.
But that is the point I'm making.
But what would the sanction be now for a team now that using it?
So Munnings.
Yeah.
So them take the goal because the goal difference is 20 now.
Yeah, they lost 3 goals, man. So the goal.
But what me I say?
Yeah.
Well, 3. Yeah. Well, additional 2. Well, yeah, 3 in this session.
So they have lost. They have both. Yeah. So both teams have lost a goal.
So, Brian, but listen to my point, right? All right. So let me tell you this, right? So the right of Waterhouse to appeal was taken away, really,
What do you mean, Munnings? No. Munnings, stop. Munnings.
Let me tell. Hold on. Let me finish now, man. The decision. The
right to appeal what? Right to appeal what?
Let me finish now, man.
No, come on, get the context. You're saying the right to appeal, so I'm saying to appeal what? Let me get the context.
We'll get to that. Okay. But Waterhouse, to be fair to Waterhouse, right? Less than 24 hours before their next game. And also on a work day. Less than 24 hours.
Munnings, you don't agree with that. Let me just don't continue. Hold on, Munnings, don't bother continue down the line there. Because, let me tell you this. You see, all the people who you hear talk about, send email outside of work hours and whatever, they themselves have all on various instances send information to the JFF on weekend and on match day for ask for assistance and for leverage and them get it. So the people them could have equally said, match play on Sunday enough time and the same club them, including myself, sometimes have a difficulty registering a player or whatever the case is. Or you get to collect a player ID and you contact the JFF and ask them to send the electronic copy of the ID to the match commissioner which allow the players to play. And they have done it. So don't come say, in this instance when it benefits you, you have to say email sent for non-work day. A full talk argument that Munnings.
All right, let me ask you
Additionally, Munnings, let me tell you this. The right to appeal what decision? That the points were taken or that
No,
Bradford should not have played? Because
No,
Mannings,
all right.
one of the
Let me tell
Mannings,
you. You know,
one of the
right.
Mannings, what them are gonna argue is that the youth, remember that the rules say if you get 5 yellow card, you must miss a game. Even if him play in the game and them sanction the club, him still don't miss a game because him playing and them being sanctioned don't mean say miss it. Him
What do
don't
you
miss
mean,
a
man?
game.
Miss a game?
He didn't miss a game, Mannings, because
Yes, he miss-
Mannings, him
Mannings,
cannot miss
he's
a game because the game play. Mannings, the game where they must say he miss, the game play, and a result come out of it, and the board decide that, the commission committee or whoever, decide that they must sanction if you're breaching the rule. Him still play. And furthermore, what the only point them can argue is that maybe they must say I never him get the card or whatever it is. The point for that query long gone. So what am I
No,
coming with?
no.
I fool system I come with.
No.
A unicorn need them
All
I
right,
come with.
hold on. Let me say it this way. So I was supposed to miss a game. All right? I was supposed to miss a game. Mishap happened. I ended up playing in the game that I was supposed to miss.
Yeah.
Because of that, in other words, that game is treated as a loss. So I am sanctioned.
The club is sanctioned.
Yeah.
Because of the player. So there's a sanction. So the club again gets sanctioned by the player missing. And next game, the club is being
The
punished
player
twice.
has not been sanctioned. The club has been sanctioned. Not
The
the player.
player
What do you
has
mean?
not missed a game. No, he has missed a game.
Of
In
course
play
he did.
Mannings.
He didn't play
Oh,
yesterday.
oh,
He didn't play yesterday.
Oh,
yes, which
He
is
didn't
right.
play.
well, want to know play. No, that's it. So that's the end of that. That's the end
It
of that.
can't be the end of it.
All right, Mannings, what are Mannings? There's a player from Cavalier who got a yellow card in the game against Waterhouse and Cavalier. He cannot play in today's game.
Okay. Me not
Are you,
understand
say,
that.
are you saying that because the game declared null and void, the card should count?
If
Or
it,
Cavalier
if
can
it,
argue that?
no. What I am saying,
Why?
what I am saying to you is this: because you have punished the team for that game, to punish the team again by saying to the player, you need to miss a game, means that the team has been punished 3 times. Let me give you them. 1, they lost the 3 points. 2, they lost 3 goals. And 3, the player missed an additional game. 3 times for the 1 incident.
That's why these clubs must make sure this is something, the management must keep check of the cards. That's one of the things is a job that you keep track of cards, right? Whenever you competition, you have to keep track of those things. I'm not even asking. Both clubs are wrong. They are penalized for it.
So now, the playoff implications have been significantly affected by this. You realize, Brian? I think Brian gone.
No, man, I'm here.
Because what this means is that it's very possible that Waterhouse misses the playoff.
Hold on. Waterhouse is on how many points now?
They are tied with the same amount of points as Dunby Holden, so they have to win their last
Who
game.
is done? Hold on. Let's go logistically still, even though I know people are going to say mathematically, 'cause I had that issue with somebody. Who is Dunby Holden's last match is against Mount Pleasant?
Yeah.
Waterhouse's last match is against who?
Let me check and tell you that. Waterhouse.
Hold on.
I soon tell you, man. Waterhouse will be playing against Harborview. No. Hold on.
No.
Waterhouse.
Humberline at home.
Humberline? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Everything has changed. Humberline looking to secure a spot. Everything has changed.
Humberline already safe. No.
Yeah.
No. Well, technically they're not safe because
And he's looking for positioning also, you know. Positioning is important.
If Humble Lion loses, Waterhouse have to beat Humble Lion by like
By 8 goal.
no, they don't have to score 8 because remember everyone they score. If they score 4, if they score 5, it would mean the Waterhouse have +9 and Humble Lion would have +8. You understand?
Yeah.
And even if they score 4, Waterhouse would have gone through because Waterhouse would have scored more goals than they would win the tiebreaker. So minimum of 4 goals they would need. The other scenario is that they have to hope that Mount Pleasant beats Dumbeholden and they get a draw out of their game and they would go through. But if Mount Pleasant even beat, Waterhouse must win their last game to stand a chance. Because even if Dumbeholden lose to Mount Pleasant, if Waterhouse don't win, they can't go through. Well, they could draw and go through.
Man, that's a perfect scenario. Depending on how the matches go tonight, that matters because if Cavalier wins,
the matches tonight don't have nothing.
No, it does. I'm going to show you why. Listen, I'm showing you why.
No,
just give me a second, man.
He's talking about Mount Pleasant.
If Cavalier wins tonight, right, it's almost going to be impossible for Mount Pleasant to catch them for that last match. Cavalier only need 1 point against a team that basically is almost playing academic interest matches. Montego Bay, right? Mount Pleasant could basically say, okay, we want to rest our team's legs and let's play some of the other guys and sort of just to make sure to keep the team fresh because they're going to have 2 extra matches than everybody else.
Even if Cavaliers lose tonight, it doesn't help Mount Pleasant cause in that sense though.
No, it does because that last match, if the Mount Pleasant wins, they can technically, they can advance depending on how Cavalier will also have to get a positive result from their last match.
To do what? You're talking about to finish second because both of them are already
the second, we know. But as I said, the other thing you have to look at, especially with Humble Lion, is positioning because teams might say, okay, we're going to finish in the bottom 4 of the 6, but we might not want to play the team that finishes first. We prefer to play the team. So you know who you're going to play. If you finish 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, you know exactly who you're going to go up against. So you might be doing this thing now.
But if you do it like that, though, Mullines don't have anything to play for based on your work.
Mullines doesn't have anything to play for as far as they don't have anything to play for.
That's what you think.
Excuse me. Hello. Mullines?
Hold on. There are 2 Mullines players there that I'm sure are going to want to score on Cavalier. I know that. 2 Mullines, 2 former Cavalier players that
Leader?
Yeah, man.
Leader? Our president, whatever you're calling yourself.
Yeah, man.
You can't speak for my club, sir. How are you going to
But
be
I'm
doing
just telling you that Mullines has players that I know going to want to get on the score sheet.
All right.
Technically, hold on. Brian, let's get real here now. Brian, let's get
finish
real.
now?
Can Mullines go forward in the top 6?
Leader.
Brian?
You don't know what is
in the top 6.
Leader, you don't know what is Mullines' ambition. So you cannot speak for Mullines.
Okay, sir.
Okay?
Do you agree with that, Leader?
I agree. And I also gave you the scenario that there are 2 players there. I know when players play against a former club, they want to bust the net. So I expect that to happen, when that happens. And I think I can tell you at least one of them I expect to score.
Oh? You have a crystal ball?
Yeah, man. Look here, man. There's one player there, one of little proteges from years now. I am looking for Jason Wright to score something tonight.
Interesting.
Yeah, man. I want to play them, So
what do you mean by Mullines already unseen?
No, sir.
What do you mean by Mullines already?
Even though Mullines has never beaten Cavaliers since they have come up. That's another statistic, though. But I know Jason going to score something tonight.
Okay, Leader.
So pick your leader, pick your winners for the game. Half of you need to win too, you know. And they're playing against Arnett Gardens.
No, man, we know how that to go already, man. Where that going to play? Nine jungle, man?
Yeah, so who's going to win?
Boss, you really going to ask that?
That's what I ask. Wait, money. If I did
Arnett,
ask it.
sir. Arnett 110%.
What about Cavaliers versus Mullines?
You know, statistically, Cavalier have always won, but I know that Wright and Nelson going to be, especially Wright, going to want to prove something, right? So I'm going to say 2-1. Well, 2-1 Cavalier or possibly a draw.
Okay.
But the thing is, Cavalier is going to be hindered a lot now because they have other changes because I'm sure Ainsworth obviously can't play tonight also. So they're losing. They have lost one of the better centre halves. They have lost the two of the more influential playmakers also with Atkins.
Leader. Don't bother leader, or president, or whatever you call whatever you call yourself, my boss. Don't bother profess your predictions with a whole heap of scenarios, brother. No bother with that.
Brian, you follow my status. You know, so I'm unbiased to them thing, man. I'm not biased to them thing, man. I tell you exactly where it go. Right? I tell you exactly where it go. I'm not find friend with them thing there.
So what you say, leader, so you expect Jason Wright to score, but you
I would love for him to score then. Okay, I would love for him to score, yes. If him score, I'm going to jump up and say, yeah, because, yeah.
So you're expecting Cavalier to score?
Okay, look at it this way. Cavalier have always scored multiple digits, I think it is, when they have played Mullines, if I'm correct.
They have only scored when Busy plays.
That's one of the other problems. And I mentioned that Ainsworth and Busy is not there. So that is going to, let's see what happens.
And there's a next player that they're missing as well.
Well, those are the two most influential that
so
I can think of.
King is not influential.
No, they have played without King and numerous occasions.
There's a next player who got a yellow card in their last game against Waterhouse that will be missing this game as well.
Who was that there now? I'm not sure.
Captain Fantastic.
Who?
Kyle Ming.
Oh, well, that might affect them. Because they have played without King multiple occasions. Because if you notice at one stage when King came back in the team, he had to move into midfield. So I don't say, you know, I think they're going to more miss Ming than missing King at this stage. But let's see, it might be a lot of goals though, so I tell people better turn out. It's going to be a nice match. Goals are going to score. A lot of goals. Can guarantee that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, Brian, I will tell you, after Jason score his one, I would jump up and then wait for Cavalier to put in there two. Or their one.
Okay, leader. President or follower.
I'm glad that the thing they're changing the whole schedule though, the JPL, to put these games. But boy, I tell them still found a way to squeeze Maroons on TV.
Can't hold back Maroons, man.
No, but seriously, no. I think it is like teams like the Maroons. I don't know. Like they're like this is why people say that we don't have enough good teams or those kind of things. Like,
but ask Brian. Hold on. Ask Brian. Don't they schedule the TV matches from a long time before?
No, man. What I'm talking about is the fact that this team is conceding like 7 goals. Like, come on. You never started.
But Mannings, one of the things. Hold on,
Mannings. It's nothing new. It is new, leader. They were not getting 7-1 early in the season.
Hold on. Leader.
Mannings. I think there is a concerted effort to ensure that all the teams in the Premier League get, I wouldn't necessarily say equal, but a fair amount of televised games. So I think even though I mean towards the latter part of the season you may say a team get relegated, You know, I think it is still within them right to get TV games. Um, I do think though that they thought to switch the games to from Monday to Sunday may have been a better financial decision, but um, I understand the perspective based on how things turned out. But I don't think it was within their thoughts that a team is going to get. I mean, certainly after getting
I'm
seven
just
one
talking
week,
about their performance now, you know. I
yeah,
just
I
think
mean,
like
yeah, but I'm saying certainly after getting 7 1 week, you weren't expecting them to come and
Man,
I mean concede 7 goals again.
okay, hold on. Mannings, let me tell you quick. Why I say
Especially
it's
against
nothing
Dundee
new.
and Twin. I mean, the Mount Pleasant week, persons could say that Mount Pleasant is one of the teams that has scored 5 goals or more 3 times this season. So I don't think that came as much of a shocker. I mean, the first week, but I think this last result probably would have been a bit more alarming, to say the least.
yeah.
Mannings,
Yes, sir.
look here, quick. Why I say it's nothing new. You remember a player by the name of Devon Hodges?
Yeah.
Do you remember how he got the leading goal scorer that he got at the time? I
That was
think he.
hold on, leader. Leader, that was a one-off game that everyone know was rigged.
I don't know about that. Let's not go there. 'Cause I don't know
I'm
about
telling
that
you.
one. There.
It was a
I
one-off
don't know
game.
about that.
The team that who did they beat? You remember?
I don't remember
I
at
think
all.
it
There you
was
go.
Village.
The
I
team
think
was
it was
already
Village.
out. The team
But
was already out.
that is the point I'm making. Did you watch the game? You didn't.
No, sir.
So this is completely different. This is different because 7 5 5 5 1 7 7 1.
Hold on there. When we talk about that particular match, Hadji's team was also out, right? But out. And most time when a team is relegated, they have nothing to play for, and they basically go through the motions. I'm going to see a lot of that now. When the guys know that there's not much to play for, right? They're basically going to look here. What is the integrity for the league, You're really going not having many teams outside of very personal battles, like people going for goal score, that sort of thing. It's really integrity that comes after you reach a certain stage,
Did you watch?
Especially with the amount of teams.
Did you watch Southampton game? In the
No, I
Premier
didn't.
League?
But look, hold on. One of the things they can't look at the Premier League, it's a different thing there. It's different. Until they start to reward the teams here financially properly for winning games, because if a team knows that they're going to be rewarded properly for winning games, you're going to see the thing keeping up, even when a team is has been relegated, and they know, okay, we're going to get X amount of money for this match here if we can win it, or whatever. You're not going to see that. More, you're going to have a thing where people going to stop come training, that sort of thing, got to know. So that's it. That.
All right, sir.
Mm.
All right.
Anyway, man, I will see you, sir. Exodus.
Yeah, man. All right, Mr. President. Where is you're the president of again? The Jamaica Volleyball Association?
No, sir. I was elected president for a school.
Schools have presidents? Like
Association.
student council?
There are associations within a parent teachers association.
Oh, so you're the president of the PT at Calabar. Wow, that's big, man.
No, I didn't say Calabar.
So how you got to?
I'm not really telling you.
So how you got to? How you are a Calabar?
My sons are too old. So my 2 sons that were at Calabar have left long time. And my 3 sons that were at Wilmers have left for a long time. So let's leave it at that.
So how many kids you have, leader?
Almost a football team, sir.
No, hold on.
One less a football team,
hold
sir.
on. Biological kids are talking, adopted or
Only one is not biological. That's the one of them that played at Calabar.
So you have 10 sons?
No, I didn't say 10 sons.
You have
I have 7 sons and no, sir.
Seven
No.
sons? And how many daughters you have? And 3 daughters? Leader, you're not an ordinary man. We have to treat you differently. I have to call it. No, man, I can treat you differently. You're a leader. Are you Brian, is he serious or is he joking?
Brian, some of the things was status the other day, man. No, man, and I play a part. Everyone, no, man, yeah, man. I don't know.
Man,
No,
this is a true lead. Man, this
I
is
don't
a
think,
true leader.
I think he's joking, Steve. I don't think him serious.
No, man, I'm not
serious,
joking,
man.
man.
Eh? So, leader, how you not reach 58 and you have so many kids?
I didn't. Well, you know people business. Oh, boy.
Well,
If I forget a plot.
Oh, boy.
the man him said them have to go start take off the L from the front of your name, right, you know, and change
Oh, man.
the first letter and the vowel and the vowel sound from a,
And,
change the A to a E.
and, and the good thing is, all of them do well in their various things, you know. One is a master controller, was a master controller at CVM, another one IT controller, another one is an artist, another one in the JDF.
Wait a second,
One is a teacher.
artist meaning person who DJ person
No.
who.
Yeah, big artist, not tell you who though.
Allah, yo, you have some of your big artists. When I say big artist,
Anyway.
no. When I say big,
Big. He will come, man. Him coming. Him big enough.
him have song
I
on the
think
radio.
I send one of them to you, man. I hear man.
You
a
really
big thing.
leader, me never know.
I send the song to you, and I hear thing now. No, that one look like a carbon copy of me. Just let him have locks.
Oh, so that one look. The rest of them don't look like you.
No, man. Everybody look like me. No, man. Far than them thing that I knows. Everybody have it. But the one there is like, if you cut off the lock,
Yeah.
that one is like dead and not even rest. Man, oh, man. If you look at my status, man, you see me and him. Yeah, man.
Okay. You know, so I thought you were like, honestly though, just to say, just me still. I thought you were like married and you have like because I always see a daughter and a son, so I thought you had like two kids, you know?
I'm married, sir.
Eh?
My last wife, we have
Your
four
last
together
wife?
and one.
So hold on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, they have first, where you got first and last?
Man, do not go into them things there. Yeah, just leave them things, man. Just slow that.
Hey, leader, you go on with things, brother.
Just leave that there, man.
Hey, leader, listen. Today, as of today, I have different ratings. So you understand me? If a man can have 10 kids in Jamaica, in them times, I have to big them up. So seriously,
10 kids and play a part and maintain everybody.
And you maintain
make
10 of them.
everything. What do you mean? Man, if it, I send a video to you one day and make you say what all of them basically get the idea.
Okay, that would be good.
Yeah, man, you see one uniform and you see the artist that perform. And nice to come here. A whole bunch of people that see it, you say, yo, that look good.
Yeah, so they live.
You know?
I mean, so they live with you. You kind of get to raise them and teach them the principles of life and them things. That's
just
good.
one of my daughters that was basically in Colombia, teacher. That was the only one. You know,
but leader, we can't understand. So it look like you start early because if you not reach 50 yet, and
young man.
Some from in your teens, got you.
Not that. Anyway, the things that I just want to.
It look like you have them like one after the other. Boom, 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 boom. You ever have two bands?
No, there are a set of twins in there. That's why.
Oh, I see what you mean. You ever have two kids born in the same year, except for the twins?
I mean, it's very long fast enough you visit, so. I mean, anyway,
Man,
as I say,
if I hear them tell about Joseph,
them school,
quote of many colors.
Oh, you're president of your daughters.
This
and I'm
is the
also part
leader.
of the national PT and all that thing.
All right, big up yourself.
He's out of the football.
Brian, you have to talk to leader, brother. You have to go think and get, but I mean, I know.
No, man, I'm good, bro. Leader, I've also used to play football for Cavaliers, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man, he was the one, boy, the biggest disappointment, though, because you get a bad injury. So every now and again here, Simon Preston talk about him. He was very good. No,
man.
His name is Kamani Maxwell. Well, he was very, very good.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
He went to
When I
Calabar.
said about him, no, he went to Woolmark.
Okay.
The one that went to Calabar now, he was also good also. He's not biological, though. But when the year when Calabar made that run, the last time they did well.
Yeah, but you have a son. You have a son who playing at the league now, but he's not biological.
Yeah, man, him stop playing, man.
No, you have one that playing in the league right now.
Him not playing, no.
He not play for Mount Pleasant. I thought the one that played for Mount Pleasant was his son, you know, but he's not biological.
No, are you talking? No, yeah, well, I'm my son in a way, but no, man. I know you're talking. To give you a talk. No, man, that is family also, yes, but yeah, man. Come on, it would be family long. Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, man. Yeah, man, I always try for mental.
No, fresh God, no. Money just a joke, and I'm son.
I think, to be honest, he would have been the only player that I have had under my wing from him. Is about 7 years old, you know.
So what I'm saying,
from before that, but he went to the club then before from that.
How you is a man? How you is a man who you spot so much talent, you help so much talent to get better, and then you know your son them ever breaking at the national.
This on again here, Simon Preston, he mentions Kamani Maxwell.
Okay.
He has seen him.
And all of them have a surname, right?
Yeah.
All of them named Maxwell. Okay. Cool.
I can tell you, the same last one there, the one year that played, if it was up to when the time Simon met, he would have made the under 20 last year. But he got this ACL tear and a plane. Why that one just won me. You know, that following friend of mine play idle ball, and it just go. And that was why. It was a very, very good wing back. People have played with him and don't know him, man. But just so that thing did go, and then it was right in the middle of COVID and all of that. He just messed up the latter part-time thing, and he just train and then he just go and so that go.
So him stop play football now?
Yeah, man, stop playing, man. The thing is, the under 20 last year was going to be the one, but he got the injury before, and he could never come back and things. So he just call that one there, you know.
All right, let me hear the artist, man. I love to hear a couple of him songs, you know.
Yeah, man, listen, I said something to him, man, and so on, you know. But there's one that you do know when Calabar made that last thing when he really played that and Calabar beat him.
Yes.
He was a centre half that played for Calabar that literally took that team right through.
Okay.
I call him Ice.
All right. Bless up, leader.
Yeah, man.
The man with the 10.
Anyway, I'm done. Come on, I'm still on the show. Look more.
All right, number 10.
What?
All right, bless up number 10.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, that's all of the have a call coming in. Yes. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Management. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
So, one of the key things, and you have the comment posted there, the fact that you have the vice president of the Jamaica Football Federation and the chairman of the technical committee essentially making technical mistakes about the domestic league, not a good look, in my opinion. Because they should know who's eligible, who's not eligible, and they should know the status of the league. And even at that, there should be communication between the VP, the the chairman, and the PF, the Professional Football League of Jamaica, in terms of what's going on. So, communication channels need to improve. However, it does make for drama on an interesting last match day, which should bring a little bit more crowds to the stadiums. The last week of the round 26. Question: is there any bonus to the team that wins the table, not the playoff, the team that wins the straight league?
All right, Brian, you're here. You want to take some of those things, and because you probably have more information than me, but do it.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the point about chairman of technical committee making mistakes or whatever, because I think probably in the club he may have somebody else who is responsible for doing that. I don't think that is something that probably would fall under his purview as a like a day-to-day affair of the club. I think as it relates to the information by the VP, I don't even know what to say about that. I don't even know where that came from or how that came about. I mean, clearly there was some miscommunication or understanding as it relates to what should entail relating to relegation or promotion of the Premier League. I do think it was a quite unfortunate situation, but I don't think the miscommunication lied with the clubs really, because I think all the clubs knew that, and the media by extension knew that at the end of this season you would have two teams being relegated and two being promoted. So I don't even know what's the genesis of that whole argument or how it would have come about. So yeah, I can't really speak to that.
What about the other issue you raised about if there's a bonus for topping the table?
Yeah, there. I think I'm not quite sure if that exists this season, but I know in seasons gone by, the team that topped the league would have got $1 million, and then the team that won would have been given a different prize money. So if you top the league and win it, you'd claim two prize, and at the end of the season, and then you will be given a payout based on your performance, where you ended, etc. But I'm not quite sure if since the PFJL came around, they are still having that in terms of the prize
Do
money.
the top two teams in the league table qualify for Champions League or CONCACAF League or Caribbean Club League or anything like that? Because that's another factor.
No, they have to
No,
make it to the
the two
semifinal.
finalists, the two
The two
finalists.
finalists.
But I think this year though you will have
Before them, they automatically qualify now because remember four teams isn't 4 teams or 3 teams that automatically go through, Brian.
no man, it's two teams, but because
It makes it
there'll be no team from Haiti this year, then they gave 2 spots to Jamaica, and I think 2 to Damrep or one of those other countries. I think Damrep or Trinidad, all those countries. So they'll have 4 teams.
No man, so 1 spot to Jamaica, 1 spot to Damrep, and then there will be a playoff for the next spot. Because
Yeah. So Jamaica got an additional spot.
So once again, seeding in the JPL will be affected by this latest point decision because your seeding is going to affect your playoff standing. But so it does affect things in the long run and your international process.
Well, it affects one team more than the other because in this instance, it doesn't affect Cavalier too much.
Absolutely. Right, but it does influence the top 6 in the league somehow. So,
correct.
Follow up question. There is some simplistic football software out there. Even my young daughter's 10-year-old league and 12-year-old league uses this. They publish to the teams, to the U12, U14, U50 teams, the players who are eligible or ineligible based on their card accumulation the week before the match. So for a team to use an ineligible player, you have to not read the email, not read the release that's given to all the teams the week before, because the players who are ineligible, everybody knows. It's a basic software. I am not sure why this continues to be an issue in various competitions in Jamaica. But there is software that once you put in the referee's report, it comes out. Let's say the games are played on Saturday. The report comes out on Monday. You know by Monday which players are eligible for the next match because they would flag the player says ineligible on cards. That's a basic software. It's not an expensive software. I can send the PFL a link to the software.
Yeah, but somebody would have to upload the information. Because the information can't get in the software unless somebody is there to put it in. And that means
you have the referee and the referee.
The referees don't do that. The referees send the match cards to the competition department and they then upload it.
Okay. So
that don't go back to the clubs, you know.
So hold on. The referee report goes up to the competition committee.
Yeah, but
They
it don't
upload
necessarily
it.
go to Brian. The clubs don't get the referee's report.
They don't get the report, but they get the
They should get a
statistics.
copy.
They get the
Yeah,
statistics.
but the statistics are not, depending on where you check, sometimes the stats are not accurate.
No man,
So
what that
hold
JFF
on.
send out?
So,
Yeah man, they send out accurate stats every week, you know. So at
okay.
the end of
Okay.
each week, so like remember games are played on Sunday and Monday. So like about Wednesday, they would send out an email that contains the point standings, the results from the game, and the cards that were accumulated over the last match day or match round. And so if a player, let's say a player gets has accumulated 5 yellow cards. So let's say in the game before the last round, he accumulated he has 4 cards and he got a yellow card in match day 5. Then when they are sending out the statistics for match day 5, they would indicate that the player has gotten another yellow card and he'll not be eligible for the next game. So let's say the next game is against Veer. Then they would say Brian Martin
Okay.
is not eligible to play in the game against Veer. And they tell you the match number.
So the information is provided because it's not something that's very difficult to do. So it was a matter of them not reading the information that was provided and playing a player even in the midst of knowing that the player wasn't eligible.
There's I think the argument being laid around is that the statistics weren't sent out for the preceding match day.
So
to when the
you're trying
interaction was
so
done.
work with me here. You're trying to say that the team that had the head of the technical committee didn't know the stats from the preceding
No,
match
no,
day?
no, 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 but what I'm saying to you, that is an unfair assertion to make because, I mean, being the head of the technical committee doesn't mean that he handles those information at his club on a day-to-day basis. So I don't think that's a fair assertion to make.
Okay. Which match day did this? Did they recognize that? When did the violation occur with the player getting accumulated? Was it match day 24, 23, or it was earlier in the season?
24.
Okay. Understood.
So I'm saying the argument is that the statistics weren't sent out for match day 23. Yeah. But I mean, the truth is though, they also inform you that it's the duty of the clubs to ensure that they keep track of the players and the cards and stuff like that to ensure that they are playing players who are eligible. And I do also think while I think the JFF may or could have some form of automated process or but I think though that it is also the duty of the clubs, and I mean, they are human beings, they make mistakes, so I guess it's probably just one of those things. Because I don't think you would deliberately play an ineligible player in order to lose points or something of the sort. I don't think you do that.
I've been hearing though, Brian, that from Ramon left the JFF, that they have been having issues with sending out the information timely.
I don't know if they have issues, but I know that when he used to be there, he used to send it out every week. And since he has left, it hasn't been sent out every week. No, but when they say them have an issue, no money. When they say them have when you say they have an issue, I don't know if it's an issue them have why not sending out every week. I'm saying he used to send it out every week.
And it is not coming out every week now.
It hasn't been coming out every week for a while.
Since Ramon has not been there.
I don't know when he was not there.
It's possible since there has been stoppages. So that's an issue. But anyway, we'll move on.
I'm being honest. I'm saying I don't know when his tenure with the federation ended.
Okay. But since you found out that this tenure with the federation ended, it has been coming in at snail's pace.
Snail is a strong word.
Not as fast as it used to.
So
Let me that.
Hold on. All me say is get the man that I do the Instagram.
Man, the truth of it though is not is
JFF and put
it's not
him in charge of everything.
too much of an issue for me anyway, you know,
Do the
because
Okay.
I don't necessarily rely on the information they provide to do what I'm doing.
Management, final question. What club is Atkinson and King playing for in Iceland?
I don't know. I don't have that information. As soon as I find it, I'll let you all know.
And then does I because I spend a lot, I'm in the States, I spend a lot of time stateside. There are a lot of Icelandic youth who play in the collegiate system in the US. Does Hallgrimson and Wall know about the Jamaican players that are playing in the collegiate system in the US? Because we have
John Wall knows a lot of them.
okay, that's good. That's a very positive thing for Jamaica's football.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
There's a player that used to play in Iceland, you know. He's a former youth reggae boy. I think his name is Renico Clark. He used to play. He come from out St. Thomas.
Yeah,
Was a centre back. He played in Iceland for a while too.
there have been two or three that have played over in Iceland. There are two or three that have played over there, and one of the reggae girls played in Iceland. So it's a known market for Jamaicans over there.
All right. Bless up, Dwight. Thanks for calling as usual. All right. I'm going. People have something. Let me just jump over to the Jackie Walters. You know, I have Jackie Walters here. So let me show you. This is a comment that he made on his public profile that I want to show you, and then we go. I'll give you my thoughts on it. It says, "It is the consistent failure of the JFF to provide the kind of development pathway for our young players. It would appear the JFF has no confidence in our local coaches, as there is no structured approach for preparing our young players with the aim to competitively participate in both the U17 and U20 World Cup qualification rounds." All right. The newly appointed U20 coach, it is reported, seemed disgusted in the way youth football is treated. Well, coach, local coaches have been disgusted for years, long before you came to our shores. But in the best interest of the country's program, I wish you all the best. Now, Jackie Walters is one of those legendary coaches that have a lot of respect for. Normally, have conversations with him. Very astute, decent human being, respectful human being, respected by a lot. So, but I let me state my thing. I think our local coaches need to shoulder some blame. Every time there is any failure in our football, our local coaches say it is a JFF. And I will put it to them that many of our, I'd say, a larger percentage of our local coaches has failed the footballing system. And until our local coaches can admit that they are not at the level, we're going to keep having issues in our football. For too long, our local coaches believe that they are all that and a bag of chips. They believe that they have the knowledge, the know-how, the expertise, though some of them have never traveled outside of CONCACAF. They believe that they can take our teams to World Cup and play players playing in our local leagues, on our poor surfaces, players that play 3 months of football, players that don't understand the game well, players who don't travel regularly, players who don't repeatedly do things. Our local coaches continue to believe that Jamaica have the best talent in the world, unmatched by any place in the world. And if they get 1 year with all of these players in Jamaica, we will qualify for every World Cup. Until they look in the mirror and stop looking at themselves, stop looking out the mirror at all the things to blame, our football will not change. I put it to you that if it were left up to our local coaches, nobody from outside of Jamaica would ever play for any Jamaican team. I put it to you that 99.9% of them on the male side would select only players in Jamaica. And I'm not holding up my mouth and talk. The coach, secondly, I interviewed the coach. I don't know where the coach is disgusted. Maybe that's a strong use of word. Our local coaches, they themselves ought to be blamed. I can give you groups of quality players that our local coaches have failed. We have our players, when they go overseas, they say publicly that they were never taught to defend, though they won multiple titles with many coaches who want to get credit. We have local players who leave our shores, and when they go overseas, they don't know the principles of defending because they have never been taught. Now, I big up to coaches in general. But come on, we have to be real. The majority of our local coaches on the international level are failures. And their standard of coaching has nothing to do with the JFF. I guarantee you that if you have coaching seminar, a lot of them not going anywhere because they think they know it. They all believe that they know it. I guarantee you that even a national coach can't go to them training and tell them anything because they know it. You bring any one of them on any platform and try to tell them anything about football, them know it. No, the JFF, forget them blame. Because they have failed. Consistently failed. But I want our local coaches to tell me, in the years of them running the football, tell me the players that they have developed in Jamaica that have gone outside of Jamaica and done well. Tell me them. Give me them. Give me them. Give me them. Let's begin to call names. I guarantee you that in the 50 years of football in Jamaica, give me 50 names that have left, developed in Jamaica, and excelled. Give me 50 names. One per year I want you to give me. If our coaches are so good, give me one per year. One in 50 years. Only give me 50 names. I'll tell you this, that Ricardo Gardner will tell you about how his development skyrocketed in England and under Rene Simoes. Our players like Andy Williams and these guys who went into the US system will tell you how everything changed in comparison to what they were experiencing in Jamaica. The Freddie Butlers.
Yeah, but Manings, I think recently I was listening back to a Center Circle interview. I think it was with Lovell Palmer, and he said in the interview, and this interview was a while back though. He said that when he went to the MLS or I think MLS, he was a coach right there. I think it's a CJ or so. I don't remember the name of the coach, but he was coaching him at the MLS franchise. And he said that he learned things there that he never even learned while playing for the national team.
But that's what I'm telling you. I am telling you that I've talked to many of the footballers, and they will tell you that when they go overseas, even in USL, the kind of thing they're exposed to, they are shocked. They're saying that, hold on, Jamaica is a joke. That is not a JFF issue. That is a coaching issue.
Manings, I don't think by and large, and I mean you will have the exceptions, but I don't think as a general rule the coaches take enough responsibility to improve themselves and their crafts. And I think too, when you say the JFF would have failed, I think too they too have to bear a part because they have been for a long time also promoting these coaches national levels, expecting that they'll go there and become better. But I don't think a lot of the coaches have made an effort. And I mean, personally, we say that they don't have money and stuff like that, but there are a lot of coaching courses that are available online or mediums that are available online where persons can go and, to research and to read and to improve themselves. But you are correct too that sometimes most of them, they generally think that they know
Hey,
everything and they carry it to
Brian, let me
them.
tell you this. Let me tell you this. Alex is at your club. Big up Coach Alex. And this is not you. And let me see. Philip Williams at Portmore. I guarantee you, Andrew Price at Humble Lion, Theodore Whitmore at Mount Pleasant, Rudolph Speed at Cavaliers, Arnett Gardens of Paul Teagat Davis. Honestly, let me say this about Teagat, and this is Teagat I know. Teagat will allow people to come in and do things. I guarantee you that if former reggae boys who are coaching in the USA go to many of these coaches, them laugh at them. Who are coaching at higher level, have higher level of qualification, go and say, no, you know what? They laugh at them and say, who you? You don't know nothing. I guarantee you that even in some of the schools where we have coaches, when people come in and go there, a lot of them shun them. So while I agree totally, that the JFF has failed, one of the right alongside the JFF, is coaching in Jamaica, surface and those things, but the coaching in Jamaica has been woefully inadequate. And we keep on, as coaches, looking out to blame other things. If I were a coach in these times, I have to find a way to get into Europe to do a 6 months. May I put out GoFundMe. May I save up some money. I want to go into some different, me now wait for the JFF. May I try see if I can go into some Caribbean territories and see if I can find a way to connect with somebody from Costa Rica to go at a club and sit down for a month and learn. See if I can connect with somebody in MLS and say, listen, can you allow me? I'll fly over. I want to just learn. You have to learn to improve yourself. Because some of these youths are not being coached properly. You all right. You don't believe me, people?
Yeah, but Mannings, it's the same thing. When you want to be a doctor, you don't wait on the Jamaica Medical Association.
Exactly.
So you go to school and you do what is necessary and you make the sacrifice and whatever to get your qualification. You don't sit down and say, well, the Medical Association or the Ministry of Health is going to put me on a program to become a doctor. You don't do that. So I don't know
Exactly.
why that's what they want for football.
You have to go out and get yourself qualified, man. Go out and do that. Why you think Trinidad has coaches coaching in almost 4 of the top Caribbean. St. Lucia have a Trinidadian. Haiti have Trinidadian. Trinidad have a Trinidad. St. Martin, them have Trinidadian. One to the Jamaican coaches. You guys need to stop thinking about Jamaica and winning the JPL and winning schoolboy football. Do like LeBron James, man. Take your talent to South Beach, as them call it. Take your talents elsewhere, man. We have to build our capacity, and that is our personal responsibility. Have any of you ever called Ricardo Gardner and said, Bibi, listen, I want to come over. Can you do something for me? I will raise some money. How much money would it take for me to come and learn at something at Bolton? Call Ricardo Fuller. Call them. Call some of the reggae boys and find out. Make some connections. You know how much time we have? Listen, you know what? We have all the Italian guy come on. Half of them coaches in there in Jamaica not going to listen to that. I'm telling you, they are not, because them think they know already. They're going to tell you that they know all of these things. You'll have people from Europe coming in. Let me tell you again. If you have a coaching seminar in Jamaica and somebody from, say, Spain come in, you see if the person don't name Luis Enrique, they ain't going nowhere because them think they know already. First thing I'm going to ask you, who is your WM coach? Robin Fraser came, who is coaching in MLS, and did a seminar. I must say 6 or 7 of them go down there. Because them know everything already. They don't want to learn. When this national coach of things, half of the Premier League coaches don't turn up. Them nah go nowhere because them think them know everything already. Them nah turn up. When the goalkeeper coach who coaches some of the top goalkeeper coaches in Europe come Jamaica and I do the seminar, half of them now go nowhere. The man have workshop for them. Them now turn up because them think they know everything. Why are not supposed to do the A license? You know why? Not because they don't want the license, they don't want the knowledge. The license can stay. Get the knowledge. So while I'm not excusing the federation, because them forget beating them to do better. But vote them out. But if you don't change your attitude, no matter who the president, because remember, I know said, I saw this I go on from long time, from before me and Brian they bout. Are the same thing I go on. Listen, Brian, you know I watched the league in Trinidad, and people, let me tell you this. There was a game, one of the undefeated teams they lost yesterday to the team that Marvin Phillips and Abubakar, I think his name is, play centre back for it. In anybody from Trinidad watching can tell me. And to be honest with you, send me watch the Trinidad League, my brother. Me I tell you the truth. Me see passes like, whoa. Build up play. The Trinidad League. I'm not lie. Me I tell you the truth. When me watch the league there, the player look better than what go on in Jamaica. I'm not tell you, no lie.
Well, I've never really maybe that's something I need to do. I've never really sat down and like watch the Trinidad Premier League per se, but I think I think though, to be honest, I would want to agree with your point in terms of how the coaches are. I mean, I've sat around and listened to some of them talk sometime, and I kind of have the same opinion or perspective. But I mean, I think too, like I said, the federation has aided in that regard sometimes because um, they are the ones that constantly promote them to coach in these teams and stuff.
Yep. Well, even outside the national brand, you know what is funny? Me never talk to a Jamaican coach yet, and he tell me say next Jamaican coach good. Never. I've never asked one of the local coaches them about any local coach and them say him as a good coach.
Well, I guess that says it, isn't it?
Maybe they think say no, I don't know, but I don't talk to all of them. But the ones that I've talked to, I've never heard one of them say, no man, Ludlow Bernard, them man, they a proper coach, man. Or no man, yeah man, Philip Williams a good coach, man. No man, or Speed a good coach, man. Or Fuzzy a good coach, man. Or Whitman. No, sir. That man said, no, them man, they're no good. Wait and tell me about them. Nobody no good. So here's what I have concluded. That all of the coaches in Jamaica believe that all of them co-workers are not good.
That's a sad place to
So
be.
what are the people supposed to believe? So I put it to you people. Anytime I see them, ask them about our next coach. Or them go tell us, them one that can't coach like me, man. I show me not get them. Listen, you see me, they get some support, but I show you some things. Yo, I one of them big school them want get, man. I show them boy that they are big school. Make you see them a go and send them a go and a buy player. Make my school give me some money and me transfer player. Them boy they come over it, my man. One other. Them man are no good, man. You see how some look ordinary youth, me take a me bill youth, man. Them man they no bill youth, them man they buy youth. I saw them operate, man. Me I tell you. I mean, know so some of them are going to say, I go beat me, because a lot of the coaches that I talk to, but I've never yet talked to one of them yet, and them give credit to other coaches and say, yeah, man, I good coach them. I rate them, man. Me never hear them say, no, man, Jamaica have some good coaches, man. I've never heard one coach in Jamaica say Whitmore can coach yet. Me I tell you. Me never hear one of them say Speed can coach yet. Every one of them, listen, when they ask them about T-Got, I know T-Got, man. You know, say Eric. And when they ask some other man now, so what you think about Coach Eric? Them man never win nothing yet. So one man say, I know T-Got, you know. Next man say, I'm telling you, you know, just listen to them. Oh, Andrew Price, you know, say them on their team play. I'll be a kick, then kick down. Man, I'll be a whole money use over there, so. Look, coach what? You see, I'll be a finally go and lose. Butler can coach. Who Butler Bill? You see, Mona gone away. Oh, all right. Tell me about Lord, brother. Yeah, we cut about Lord, brother. See, I can't see them on the day. Yes, I be by them on the by play. Make Whisper never did it. And Whisper never did it, you know. Make business, make this man never did it. I'm telling you. Ask about Downsville. Oh, down them want to leave the football. Yes, they want the whole ball. They want it already. I set them up a rate. And here's the difference now. You send me then at the States, brother, and I tell you, and I can call any one of the man them name. And I say, yo, you know what's the thing there? Yeah, man, you know, say, Leon Gardner do him thing, man. Yeah, man, Paul Young, them, Atlanta, yeah, man, them man, they do them thing, man. Them man, the team normally play some good ball, man. You know, say, Robin Fraser do him thing, you know, say, yeah, man, Roger Thomas, man, you know, say, Greg Simmons. It's a different approach to the man, them, who in a them space there.
Yeah, that's correct.
Different. But the Jamaican man, them tear down them one another. You understand me, Brian? And all me I say is that if that is how you speak about your counterparts in the business, what you think the fans them are going to believe about them? First thing you need for do, man, check on yourself. Second thing you need for do is to respect your counterparts in the business. Third thing you need to do is to improve on yourself, man. And stop blaming people and things.
Yep. That is correct.
Is this a real Rudolph Speed? I don't know if this is a real Rudolph Speed, because me think that fret because your team they're not problems. But if this is the real Rudolph,
I man.
if this is the real Rudolph Speed, what I am saying though, but if you ask some of these coaches about Downsville, them laugh at you. That is the point I'm making. I know him go to 4 World Cup, but you ask them, no ratings. I am saying that the coaches in Jamaica don't rate each other as coaches, and them expect the fans to rate them. You understand me? So I can tell you, listen, honestly, Brian, I'm not joking. I've never spoken to any of the coaches in the States, and them tear down each other. All right. Hey, this beat in the press, big up yourself. What is it? Yes, this man. What do you mean by YouTube coach? I don't know. I don't know. Listen, people, Mr. Spiegel, listen, you know, because I am saying to you, you coaches, me a YouTube coach, man. So you coaches, though, who are the big pro coaches, Uno don't rate none of no other counterparts. So if you don't rate your counterparts, who should? Who should rate them? Why we should rate them? That's all I'm saying. But I like this question, Brian. Beating the press is saying, big up beating the press. Man out there in Port St. Lucie. He says, so man, what is the measure of a good coach? Quote unquote, him have it in.
I think that is a really a kind of a subjective question in a way, because I think it's a subjective question. I mean, because even in academies like in Chelsea and those places, or England clubs, you may have coaches who are what you call development coaches,
Yeah.
and they coach in the academy and they develop players. They may never win the Premier League 2 or the under 18s, but each season they have 3 or 4 players that leave their system and go to play first team football, either at their current club or other clubs, other Premier League clubs or first division clubs. And for them, they would want to say, well, that is success, and persons would have them as good coaches. But I mean, in another sphere, someone might look and say, well, this man never win no football, so he now win the league, whatever. He's not a good coach, etc., etc. So I mean, sometimes it depends. Even a sense where Paul Hall was the head of I think he's head of development at QPR, and they weren't doing so well at one point in the development league. They were down at the bottom of the table and stuff, but the club felt that he was in a good job, because maybe for them, a good job or a good coach is a coach that can take players from the under 23 program and progress them into the first team, or to get them transferred out to other teams, which will allow them to make a profit. And in their minds, they may be saying that, yeah, this is a good coach. While in another settings, a club may want to win championships, and they are saying if you are not affording them to win championships, then you are not a good coach in their mind, and they may want to part ways with you. I mean, you have clubs in Belgium who are their sole purpose is to develop players and sell to other clubs overseas, like probably like a KRC gang. Well, I wouldn't say their sole purpose, but they are known as one of the clubs that develop players very well, and get players to go overseas who then become world class players. Is it that you are saying if the coach who's at the under 21 level is not winning the championships in Genk, he's a bad coach or not a good coach? I mean, that may be relative. So that's why I'm thinking it's more like a subjective thing, based on what you want to achieve in terms of your organization or your club, etc.
Yeah. All right. So people, here's what I'm going to do. We have around 15 or so minutes, so you can call in. Beating the press. You give us now what tools we can use to measure, or just a eye test, feeling and who we like. All right. So beating the press. Give us your definition, Mr. Speed. I know you're listening. Come from under the bed. Come talk to us. What is the measure of a good coach? Who is a good coach? Define a good coach. If you don't agree with Brian's definition, people you can call in. Danny Dredd said good coach, simple. Result or progression. All right? All right. And that is what? Personal progression or team progression. Because you have coaches who is a team coach similar to a player coach, because I can coach players, but I may not be able to build teams. Lagos, what is a good coach? See the money, man?
Yeah, money's going to leave, yeah?
All right, boss. All the best today in the game. Can I say, you understand me?
Yeah, man, thanks.
All right. Yeah. People, yeah, call in quickly now and give me some thoughts. No. How do you define a good coach? But I'm not saying that all the coaches, but a lot of them don't give credit, man. But I think some of the ones who give credit are the specialist coaches, like the goalkeeper coaches and those things. You understand me? But some of the coaches, I'm telling you, man, them always discrediting the other persons in their same profession. Have to show respect. You have to respect your profession by speaking well of the others in it. And if you can't help each other, then what do you think the people going to be doing and saying? Balakar, where you're supposed to punch in the thing, you're supposed to put it in the comment section. All now you don't put it in the Balakar, put the thing in the comment section and plug it, no man. You don't put the thing in the comment section, Balakar. You send it to me on WhatsApp. Put the thing in the comment section. Why you afraid to put it in the comment section? Put the thing in the comment section so the people can see it. You understand me? The easiest. Yeah. Barrington says, good day. I think the JFF need to send local coaches and seminar overseas and make it mandatory to impart the knowledge to other local coaches. How me not see it, Balakar? You send it to me on WhatsApp, but I don't see it in the comment section. Drop it right now so I can see. Yeah. Yeah, people. So that's what I believe. I personally believe that the coaches, while the federation, everything rise and fall on leadership, but the coaches need to invest in themselves. Not because they want to get work in Jamaica, but the world is big and broad, man. There's many clubs in the Caribbean. Go on down to Antigua, go coach a club. Where they can apply for a job over Antigua. Right? Why you can't? Mr. Speed, come define what is a good coach for me, Mr. Speed? Are you a good coach? Mr. Speed, are you a good coach? How do you define a good coach? The Jamaican coaches, man, apply for some job at Antigua, man. Go and go coach over there. Why you can't coach on the clubs in Trinidad? People, when you see what Balakar saying pin, Balakar saying put a comment in there. I don't see no comment from Balakar. Balakar look like, know. Fresh God. Jason, show me what Balakar saying him put in this thing. Because Balakar saying him plug a thing about a PayPal thing. And Mr. Speed, you don't know if you're a good coach or you don't know what a good coach is. Mr. Speed, no come with a style thing. But you don't. I don't know. Hey, I'm going to dial a number now. I'm dial a number and make a defend. Because I can't work with the typing thing. Mr. Speed, I call it right now. I know it's in a sticky position, right? What are you what you ask about? Yeah, man, he's a thinking coach. He has improved and learned. Yeah, man, him learning, man. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He's the leader, the president. They change him name, Some call him, he says he's a follower. Some call him the leaker. Some call him the president. Some call him Maxwell. And he earned a new stripe today. He's called the breeder. The breeder. You understand me? But I call him number 10. The man good, yeah, man. Some of them call him the breeder. I don't know why they gave him that name. But may I tell you, man, the man, Mr. Speed, you never tell me I saw the leader operate, man. The leader not easy. The man they no waste nothing. Straight to egg. Not to the garbage, them man they go. The man straight to the egg. Mr. Speed.
Yeah.
You're live on I Am Sure Sports. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, quickly, why you never tell us that leader had 10 kids, man?
What did that him tell you?
No, nobody tell us no more, because we couldn't deal with that today. Everybody in shock, so nobody tell us no more. Yeah, man. But listen, very good question. The person asked, how do you define a good coach?
Well, there's a lot of definition, but the truth is, um, you have to show competence. So, how you show competence is really by you have to have the ability to improve a team and improve the play. So, once you have the ability to do that, then you have a make it. Now, a good coach don't must winning, but you must show me so you can improve the team over a period of time.
Yeah. So can a person, like some persons, right? They don't build teams, but they can work with individual players. Do you separate them in terms of your coaching because they can make players high quality, but if you give them a team to build, they may struggle. So
Yeah,
how do
look
you
here.
categorize them?
There's a different, well, a different type of coach in the modern world. There's a coach we call a transition coach. Then transition players from an amateur to a professional player because the requirements are different. But that don't mean if you give him a team to coach him can win with it because that means managing people and all that other thing. But if you notice when you see a big team in a EPL, some teams have a TF coach, right? Some have put up your purely right back, left back, centre half, defensive, neutral defense, attacking, and forth. You have different coaches who specialize in a certain thing, and then can transit. Yeah, but that don't mean you give them and them have a pro license too. They can't give them nothing. It's just like you have a professor at college or university. Nobody giving those people them business to run. But if you ever get in an argument with them about theory, they kill you. But nobody's gonna give them.
Okay, I see what I mean. I see this person say he's a coach as well. Let me say a coach is, in my opinion, is simple. A good coach is simple. Leadership qualities, management style, knowledge of the sporting area, results, passion, progression, and competence.
And you can have all of those, and then you don't have no success. So again, you have to add a little part
So,
too.
but he says results though. It wouldn't be results. I guess when he says results,
Results is a big word. It can mean a lot of things because it becomes to, to if you give me a job to coach a team and me say, don't avoid relegation. Maybe have a result. But I mean, if that's really what you want. Is that really make you a good coach if you can't avoid relegation? Because we have a lot of coaches that go on and do it in Jamaica. If you're in a relegation fight, call them and we'll save you. But then get results here. But now give a team and tell them you want to win the title, tell them win more. You can't win it. So I'm saying results is a big word. Um, but, but when you say success is a different word, that different things are gonna.
Okay. Okay. So like some Allardyce is normally given like teams fighting relegation to keep them up, and then he moves on. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what you
I
mean?
don't know if he's a big coach. I don't know.
Okay. So you want to call that a big coach?
I don't know. What you think? Well, everybody, you see, remember, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So again, it's subjective, but I mean, if you really want to win a league, and even have Manchester City and all of those, there's maybe some other that big coach.
Okay. Ligo said good results, trophies, championship winning. So he adds that to it. But I think, listen, it is when you're talking at like I think you have to define those things like professional, amateur, personal coaches, and international coaches. Because I don't think you can measure international coaches or you measure club coaches. Because they don't get the amount of time that they get with the club team get more time, coaches get more time with their teams than the international coaches. So I think you have to use a different measuring stick. You have to use a different measuring stick when it comes to amateur football, and then even when you get now to what I call so international amateur personal coaching. Because some, like I said, some persons can take some players. Like you have a player at your club and you want him to be better at, I don't know, a particular thing in the game. Probably can do that. But
Well, that is why my first thing that I would look for to say is a good coach is if you can improve the players individually and then can improve the team. That is what I would look for first to decide if he's a good coach or not. And because this does apply to an amateur team, a professional team, or international team. You see where I'm not going with that. It applies to all. And even if you're trying to transition a player from amateur to professional, again, can you improve the player in a team setting? So that is why I kind of stick to that type of definition for a good coach. Because if you're able to improve the player on the team, you would have probably done the best you can with that team. Because
okay.
you have good coaches who can never win anything because the teams that them have just not good enough. But if they're able to improve it, then you have to say they are good coaches until them get on top team on field. And that is why I use those definitions more than look, a lot of things that people talk about with coaches, passion and being a father and a mother and a sister and a brother and a uncle and a cousin. And, you know, I get that lecture all the time when I tell people, yeah, we need all of those things, but not necessarily it must come from the coach because look at somebody successful coach, a Pep and a Sir Alex Ferguson, one of my favorite coach. Right? Tough love them, do you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, tough love them, do you know? Tough love them, you know?
Yeah.
Petting thing with you. But them get the job done.
I see leader saying that, not the leader, the president, breeder, 10 Leaker said the better coaches I have seen in Jamaica usually have tertiary education. I don't know about that. But then Boris Johnson says he basically saying I wouldn't use good. They are different level. Best you can ask the definition of an effective coach instead of a good coach. He's saying that we shouldn't ask who is a good coach, but who is an effective coach. Like that is probably a better way to describe it because it's hard to define good. But no matter where you coach, no matter what you do, effectiveness should be able to be measured. So maybe that is a better thing. Who is an effective coach?
And that is why Boris cannot say in my language, an effective coach must be one who can make everybody better. You know, there's some things you don't have no control over in environment. You have no control over certain things unless you when I top coach you can pick and choose the thing for your coach. Otherwise, there's a lot of things you don't have no control over. But you have to learn to use whatever environment you're in, whatever resources you have, and get the best out of them. So, for instance, if somebody said to you that me have this team with all the fight relegation, I'm going to stop, I'm going to go into the playoffs next year. Or even in school football, and say, I'm going to playoffs next year because I've never been there before. And you come using, everybody come and try with all of the results that you have, and you come with the same result and achieve that. And you could give yourself a pat on the shoulder and think that you're a good coach because you're effective, there's improvements all around the environment. Sometimes the improvement are not necessarily the team itself. It could be the management stuff. It could be a whole lot of things where you improve to get to where you want to go. In a modern coaching, it's not just what is done on field, what the players do. It's the whole environment you create for people to see and do it themselves. So it's a wide ranging thing. And let's go back to the point you mentioned about international coaching. International coach perspective different from club coach perspective. International coach, as you're right, can only use the players that are born in the country and they can manufacture. But the truth is, unlike a club, you can just go buy what you want, depending on how much money you have and what type of purse you have. So, but still, it's still hard to manage a team with a lot of superstars because your big job is to manage the ego, and play that team. It's difficult too. So again, coaching at every different level, you might think it's easy upon the big team. No, it's not because when I play them, I want to listen to you. I mean, them car look better than your one, they're richer than your, them lifestyle better than yours. You probably don't want to listen to you. So coaching is a hard job, but once again, if you have one of the best teams in the world and you can improve the team and improve the players, I think you have to. I still come back to that definition. If you don't, I think you're not the coach.
Okay. All right. Good. Well said. All right. Hey, Unseen, don't ramp with me, you know. That before me tell the people them what happened with you yesterday and see. Because of too much you play now. You're under 9 or under 30. Now. Do not ramp with me.
And
And
lose
see,
it to them.
me not say nothing here, sir.
You know, say there is some. You know, say in Jamaica, from perspective, I know one coach in Jamaica that coach in the same year in our Premier League. That both teams that he coached got relegated the same year. They didn't know that. We have them Guinness Book of Records here now. I just don't know, you know, how we not keep those. There's also some, I know a player who coach who play for two teams in the same year and the two teams get relegated the same year. So I think those are some sort of records we have here in Jamaica. So is that coach a good
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. That I would say I would go with what Barry says. You know, in terms of I would go what in terms of effective defining an effective coach more so than a good coach. That's what I would. That's how I define it.
Right. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if you have to define any one way. It could be defined in a couple of ways because circumstances.
Yeah.
Why we struggle to define what a good coach? I think a lot of coaches, and I have other people. I want to speak to them. Nobody come and say, I'm going to come coach. And you know what the coaches do? They just ask when training starts, and then just come and take up the ball and we can start. So them didn't even talk to the owners or the manager say, all right, what you want to keep it here. And then that's the way you can define even the manager, not able to define if the coach is a good coach or not. So these are some of the problems that we're having. Right about. But also, I hear the argument flowing all over the place. I hear some people talking on the show. If you're serious about coaching, it's like the people who talk would never let a village doctor who somebody would not train operate on them, right? And it is to me the same thing with coaching. Why would I give my kid to somebody who don't know nothing? It's not because there are certain things that you would have picked up if you play at a certain level, but knowing, seeing something done at a certain level and don't know the reason why somebody do it, it's difficult for you to impart it. So a lot of people take YouTube, you call it, from YouTube and to work for drill. And you come at them field and then kill it with drill. Ask them how that drill help in the real game. They don't know. I just hold it for drill. So the knowledge, so the knowledge management, the knowledge that you're supposed to have. Like for instance, elite youth players and top amateur must be coached by a B-like coach. Anything below that, he don't know enough.
Okay.
And that is why we think we can compete with overseas. No. In some countries, if they play scrimmage, some little players are playing 5-a-side, 6-a-side. They are coached by an A-license coach, somebody who has an A-license, R&D license. So that kid must. So it is fine. Talent is talent. So it is also true that a lot of these people don't even want to coach anything else because they have them other stuff. So they don't consider it. But if you have Jamaica with 3 million people and you only have 10 A licenses or 10 B licenses, and then you go somewhere else where with the same population, say Croatia, and them have 1,000 A licenses, you can see how easily those kids will develop. So, some hear people otherwise and then top of the night in a railway at top of it. It's not you to play for Jamaica with a Jamaican coaching job. Yes, who want to give them a job. But they must get the requisite qualification to come. Because anytime you treat them in the profession, why do you think we have some of the best doctors in the world?
Yeah, man, I don't think I think a majority of people not opposed to the coaches getting certified and being trained. That we advocate for. That's what I think. That is what the people out there are advocating for that the man them need to go and get themselves qualified.
Right. And then the people that is that new way. They borrow money and go become doctor. Then borrow money and go become accountant. Then borrow money and go become market person. Then go student loan go put them from and borrow money and get them qualification. And then get this job. What is happening is coaching. Nobody don't want to pay to get knowledge because them really don't them themselves don't really professional. So they don't want to pay. And so until but so we are gonna always suffer till we have even in national selection of coaches, till we have 200 A license coaches and 50 pro license coaches, then we'll be able to pick the best what we have. But if our choices are small, you see what happens. We try to be smart.
Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, sound like alright. But beating the press. Here's what no beating the press. Because when I always say to people, you ask a question. Mr. United, unseen a big coach, man. Unseen a big coach. You understand me? Unseen teach you them to pass the ball. You understand me? Pass the ball. And the right thing that. You understand me? And then give him a beat. You understand? But what I know still, me and Unseen we talk separate. You know, we need me talk to him already, man, and tell him what he need to do. And we come on to kids. You understand me? Yeah, but yeah, him teach them to pass the ball. So then try to pass the ball. You understand? They try to do the right thing. You understand? So, Mr. Speed, I hear you have a big game later.
Yeah, difficult game. You know, the old rule. We always win this game, this fixture. But you know, one day it got changed to us today. You know.
And you out 4 of your key players, man.
Well, yeah, out a lot of players.
Just 4. King, Ming, Ainsworth, and Atkinson.
Yeah, but also I'm not sure. Shanil has been injured.
Oh, well, Shanil has been out for quite a while, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying that. Yeah, in still I don't even know it. Maybe might have to put him on the bench or something. Because I'm really start.
Yeah, you're unseen Mr. Speed. Let me put him. The man, so me I talk about him team performance. You know what the man put another thing say? You see, management tell Uno no long kick football like speed.
No, you see, one of them, you see, when unseen, I'm not going to do unseen. When you do the next course, you're teaching some other thing. Right? Sometimes a little knowledge don't help, you know.
I've seen the man say you get little knowledge and it don't help.
A little knowledge.
Knowledge pops up, you know, unseen. Knowledge pops up.
You see, there's a difference between long ball and long pass. Different people. If you just a ticket, you have to feel that's a long ball. If you pass it to somebody, I've seen a lot of goals scored from a long pass. A lot.
Yeah, but I tell these guys, right? Like in kids football, right? You can't have kids throwing the ball in the center of the field. You can't teach kids to do that. You have to teach kids to throw the ball on the outside, down the field. So while you want them to play like adults, you have to understand you're working with kids. And I think sometimes there has to be Mr. Speed, you have to offer some kids like specific training for youth development, you know, because sometimes if the training is general, you know, if what you teach in the course is general, you know, people go and take adult principles and teach to kids.
Yeah, but
and football can't be coached like that.
If you, as I say, it depends on what you want to try. If you have some kids that will play a game, and when you look, the kids them a better ball angler than yours. But you have some big and faster kids. So I just commit suicide by trying to knock it by playing ticket and when your team now can't play that. So you have to size up your opponent. It's more until you do yesterday. And then decide what type of how you are going to play. Because at the end of the day, you want a result.
Yeah.
So suppose you realize that, I don't remember, me kind of old, so I know of my youth. But I remember seeing us playing. Yeah, I'm writing them last today. But they have a really good team before them become world power. And you have to understand, the man them realized that the centre back was very slow. So you know where every ball was. It was the top and it become a race. So some of the time, you know, we kind of stuck on this one mentality and one way to play. And you have to teach the players how to be versatile and how to play different things if you want a result. That is the mark of a good coach, that use them how and get results.
You hear that, Unseen? You get some tips today again. All right, Sir Speed, I know you have your big thing later, so I know you have to prepare for your game. All the best.
Because at the end of the day, you have some youngster. And you always say, yeah, try to play ticket, and you lose every match. So what you do, just tell the kids and say, all right, sorry for you. Kids and grass to come here training after a while.
Yep. True.
All
True.
right.
Yeah, man. All right, Mr. Speed, all the best in the game later.
Yeah, man.
We'll be watching. Yeah, man. All right. Yeah, so people, listen. Oh, geez. Just see this one and there's the next question for Speed. Yeah, man. Rajik Sharp, this year, management promise you that you're going to see futsal big time. Remember, management tell you that, you know, we are roll out a new project right across Jamaica with futsal. You hear? People, management are roll out a new thing, big football thing, this futsal thing. You understand me? We make some of the proper link. But people, I gotta run. You understand me? Like I said, we have a couple of shows later. You understand me? We have the Ali Cup crew coming through. You understand me? With Samba, Chris Bailey and the works. You understand me? Yeah. And then we also have three of the kids who went to Holland with Kingston Football Academy, passing through as well. But this is it, you know, people. It has been a very good show, long show. You understand me? Please, thanks for the 101 likes so far. Continue to subscribe, share. I am sure sports with others, and so they can also subscribe to the platform. I am Manningsman. This has been I am sure sports. Get a rock, roll on the building load. Congratulations to all of the reggae boys who have you know, they have Greg Lee, for example. His team is now in the championship. Luton Town with Amari Bell, you know, they're going to get to the playoffs and all of that. So big up to all the reggae boys whose team look like Aston Villa can get one of the Europa League spots. So yeah, so a lot of good things going on for a lot of the reggae boys. But I am management. This has been I am sure sports. And as usual, when it gets to this point of the show, we say, tell me, listen, before you go, please tell me, people, what you think about the new background. You understand me? The optics of the show. Yeah. Arsenal tomorrow. Big game. We will be here. You understand me? I am management. This has been I am sure sports. Watch it. The Mount Pleasant game versus Don't Behold the game for Sunday. They're playing at Freddie Nita Park. You understand me? Yeah. But Kevin Williams, and since I must show me coaching certificate, me go show you it, right? And the next show, so you know, say, I don't know, YouTube mark on it. And see, don't run put me thing. I am management. This has been I am sure sports, and as usual, big up Leighton. At this time, we say we are over, and we are OUT out of here.